evening. Right. Shall we crack in? I had a little read, checking where we were. We had lots of fun last time doing Warlock Witch business, although you went a knocking and somebody wasn't home. Oh, no. As we are on our way back to Redvant. I have two big cities that I've used in here, and I keep in my brain every time I have to be Ulf, no Redvant, Ulf, cool, Ulf. So yeah, last time out. At sea, the pirate back on the waters as you went out with the previous captain of the Emerald Eye. No, wrong one. Of the Sturge. Captain Hera helped her take back her ship, and in lieu of you doing such a good job of taking back the ship, giving her the final blow on the traitorous Captain Ulrich Blackwing, she offered to taxi ride you over to the Dragonfang, drop you off, let you in, as you made a great start to ambushing the Dragonfang. Two of you swinging from ropes from one ship to the water, which maybe helped you out in the end, as you went aboard the Dragonfang, not to find the Water Witch, but to find some more potential Warlock Patrons, some priestly figures, a more clerical-based or paladin-based maybe Warlock figure who was running the ship, and of course the two Dragonborn that you had met in Allhearth, who had left their ship with some of their kobold crew and were aboard the Dragonfang for some business, but we do not know what. A fight ensued, and all were slaughtered, including the two Dragonborn that had run hidden below deck, tried to scrabble and get some of this fire breath, some of this oil that was used in the Dragonfang, the weapon that was there, with Zaga himself deciding that no one could be left alive, and murdering the two kobolds. Ruh-roh. The dragon, the scaled dragon, the spiritual form, made its first appearance in battle, and was incredibly useful at fighting, until it saw a couple of Dragonborns, got a little sniff of something else, which maybe made Zaga think twice about the motives of the control in play in a relationship with said spirit of the dragon. But you did murder everybody. The ship was then by the by the kobolds, and was weakened by a fireball that Faywin did on herself. Great bit of tactical play there from the wild magic. Started to burn and was damaged enough that it started to take on water and sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Otter, you retrieved a couple of chests that are sealed but have no locks. In a mad kind of grab of what was left in the kind of captain's quarters, as well as some paperwork and some maps to get some information on possibly the whereabouts or the future movements of the Warlock Witch. And then you jumped aboard the Sturge and started to sail back in the early hours of the morning back towards Redvant. I think that was everything crazy that happened. So we join you all now on the road back, on the sail back, the ship back, the trip back into Redvant. I didn't know, as we come up into the early hours of the morning, you have had no chance for, you could have a short rest if you'd like to take a short rest, but no chance for anything longer than that, as it's only an hour or so travel back into Redvant. Your choice if you would like to do something on the ship, otherwise we can arrive back at the docks of Redvant if you have nothing to discuss between yourselves. Sweet. So, moments of contemplation. Boxes. I suppose actually, was there anything you want to do with the boxes and paperwork on the way in, Otter, or are you waiting to get it back to the Silent Dagger or Redvant or the Red Hoods?
I'm gonna ask Zaga if he can detect magic on there. See if you can do anything with the chests.
Mm-hmm. You want me to detect, or you want me to what's the other thing I do? My mind's gone blank.
Identify? Clairvoyance. You do clairvoyance.
Identify.
You did
Identify.
it earlier.
Or do you want me to identify?
Identify, I guess.
I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
It takes like 10 minutes, doesn't it? Or a minute or something.
I think it is 10 minutes.
I know, casting time 1 minute.
1 minute, okay. Oh yeah, I knew it wasn't. I knew you can do it in battle. You cast Identify on the boxes. Hang on, I've just shut down what page I needed. Read me the word of Identify.
You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Perfect. These chests are indeed a locked chest. The chests themselves are not magical, but they have magic imbued in them, and they have a magical arcane lock applied. You would know with the Identify spell that the lock will have a password, which is how they normally opened. That the spell lasts until it is dispelled. It lasts forever. It doesn't just run out. So you would either need to find the password or find a way of dispelling the arcane locks to achieve and find out whatever was inside. You get no feeling from inside the arcane lock, and the protection itself is protecting whatever it is. You get no feel for the device inside. You just get that initial imbued magical lock surrounding and protecting these two caskets, both of them with the same spell.
I will pass that on, except the part about dispelling. I'll keep that to myself in case I decide I want to prepare dispel magic overnight.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, they got magic locks and shit.
Okay, I gathered. No way of knowing how to open them.
It's like a password or something. Let me try. Nipples.
No.
Do they open?
You all have to roll a death saving throw. Weird. Don't know what happened. No, they don't open.
Nat 1. I didn't actually roll, but that would be fun.
Well, make you do a joke death save and you die. It's like, oh shit.
It's like that other game we played.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Where
the
it jumps in
one
the
where
cauldron.
you jumped in the cauldron and jumped.
Yeah.
Died straight away. I should do more of that actually. Nice. Cool. So yeah, that's what you want to do. You know you have those on there. You have some maps and some notations on the maps as well to go through. But you know you also have they could be overlaid or possibly used with information that Bo is collecting.
I gave her to the sending stone, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and you had the sender stone. Yes, that had its cast used for the day. But yes, you had the one side of the sending stone. Nice. So, Captain Hera and her crew take you into the docks as the ship pulls in. You can see on the harbour side are a very motley crew of crewmen with some crossbows held and aimed, and Zindar, the harbour master, waiting to see who it is that is approaching. As kind of Hera spots, she recommends that you guys go forward to speak to Zindar and deal with him, because she is not stopping, and once you've gone, she is expecting to moor off and then go back top north. So
I'm going to ask Hera before stepping off. Is everyone going back with you, or is anyone wanting to come onto land?
She is going to. Let me just check who is on her crew. No. She'll look. She and Berger and the dwarf will kind of accompany you up there, as she will say to you. Now, these pirates will stay with me until we go north. Some of them have unfinished business in the Butte Springs area, so we'll keep them with us to make sure we get the crew there, and then they can dart off if they need to. Redvant isn't the safest place for pirates. It's not a lot of work out of here, so everyone will come back with us. But if you ever need any assistance on the sea, give me a call.
What about the tabaxis? They look pretty beat up.
They
need
They needed assistance, but they are stable now. I think one of your companions helped heal, so the Tabaxis for now is in a stable condition, and it will only be a few days sail up to Butte Springs where we can get him appropriate care with some of our own. We have our own doctors and merchants that we deal with out of the Butte Springs docks. So no, I thank you for your help. If there's anything you wanted to add to, if anyone had anything else they wanted to help with that healing process, then I'm sure the Tabaxi will be happy to receive it. But no, they'll be coming back with us as part of the crew. They still have a debt to fully repay, shall we say.
How is it best to get hold of you whilst you're on the seas in case we need help?
It's just like wherever you are. If one of you just turns into a sparkly ball and just goes up in the air, just sits there, I'll see you. No, I'm joking. She's
I don't remember you being this sarky, I gotta say. But thanks for
it's because we're safe
and
now,
then
aren't we?
and then I get off the boat. And I wave.
No, she'll
we
just
are at the docks, yeah.
yeah, she put up as you're pulling into the docks now because Zindar's gonna try and probably take the boat. No, she'll be like, you have magical means, so whichever ways you have of getting hold of me, you try and get hold of me. If you're on the sea, it'll be difficult, but I'm sure you'll find a way.
I think what my friend is asking for is a sending stone.
That's not how it works, okay? Not everybody runs around with sending stones. Roll a death saving throw.
It's been a pleasure. I'm glad that you could help and we could help you. And then can I please attack for a hug?
Yikes. Roll attack. Unarmed attack.
Do I actually have to roll an attack or is it a dex attack?
That's an attack. It's an unarmed attack. It will be your dex anyway, your unarmed attack.
It was a 17.
17. You go for the hug. You see Bergman goes through his axe and then realises what's going on. She's like...
Does she hold me back or does she just have her arms
Just
by
like
her side?
one hand just pats you. Thank you for your help, Fairwin.
She remembers my name.
Looks to you guys, kind of raises an eyebrow.
Magic in my eyes as she remembered my name.
Yep. Okay. So yes. Anything on the
Favorite's
sea?
a bit of a creep.
That's what I was saying.
Says you, book shagger.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm
this
assuming
is
you said
getting
that in
frosty.
Elvish.
Yeah.
He can understand it.
So, if you're going to deal with the... She's like, if you can just let Zindar know that we will not be handing the ship over. Unfortunate for you guys, I think, but I'm sure you've got it in hand, and we'll be booking as soon as you land.
No problem. We can handle Zindar.
As
I've said my goodbyes and we haven't even got off yet.
Yeah, you're like...
We're not ready to get off yet.
You
I'm
did
just
that
gonna
thing when you've
stand there
left.
realizing that we're not there yet.
Oh shit! I'm at the door, just like looking back because everyone's having a chat.
No, I'm not looking back. I'm
Not looking back.
not looking back. Literally just looking straight ahead where I imagine we get off. Maybe by a ladder or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like essentially where
The
our plank
plank?
board would go down, to knit across.
Can I stand by the plank, please?
100% can. Let me just check one thing.
Oh God, are you pushing me off the plank?
No, I can do a thing, and then, but I'm gonna ask.
I need that cable.
Oh, okay, good.
Sorry, I forgot to mute.
Cool. You all get ready as Hera kind of brings the ship in, and you see Bergren's kind of calling out to the crew, finding his sea legs as like a first mate as they come in close to the docks to give you enough time to jump off as Zindar and his motley crew there as they get to shout. As you're kind of lining up to get off, Faywin, you feel just a tap on your shoulder. As you turn around, there's the larger Tabaxi, the one that couldn't talk. Is standing there, and he just takes your hand and puts what feels like it's got the weight of a small rock wrapped up in just some cloth, and like puts his hand on top of you and just like gives you a nod, and then lingers for a second, and then let go some.
For enough time for a hug, or
not enough time for a hug. He's very
okay. I'll
he's
put
like
my
keeping
arm
your
back on
arm's
his. I'll
length.
put my hand on his arm then, as if to.
Yeah. He like takes your hand, puts it in, and then holds your hand. But then he's like holding you back, arm's length. It's really strange. So he's been warned about.
Do you think he
being a
might have
hugger.
seen my hug?
Yeah, he saw the hug and he was just like, "What the fuck?"
Okay.
Cool.
Please tell me he's just giving her a rock.
Okay. No,
Single sending.
in like a supportive way, as if to be like, yeah, I understand. I put my hand on his arm.
Yeah.
And sort of smile.
Cool. So he nods and then heads back down below deck. Or back to get into work anyway, as you guys pull in. As the ship slows down, it kind of comes in along the dock, almost like a carousel of movement that they're going to come along and you give you time to hop off as they pull off. Zindar's coming in, he's like, well, come on, bring her in, well done. As he sees you coming in, he's like, whoa, stop, why are you not stopping? As he starts to get stuff ready, as you guys are ready to jump off. Who is jumping off first? Well, I'm assuming Arthur's jumping off first.
I'm jumping off, but I'm not jumping off via the plank.
Okay.
I was just standing there looking cool with my cape billowing.
How are you jumping off then?
Going down the ladder.
Oh, no, it's just it's like a skip across. It's such a small skip
It's a
across.
high
I'm
dock.
not even making Feywind roll for it. That's how easy it is.
Okay, I'm going to move and I'm going to go where the ladder is and I'm going to jump off there
Okay.
instead of via the plank.
You can jump off wherever you want.
He steps off thinking it's a ramp, but actually falls into the water.
Cool. As you all jump off. Anyone confronting or stopping Zindar as he thinks you are stopping the boat here?
I look to Von Van.
I look to Zaga
He's like,
and in Draconic. Hang on, what is Zindar?
Human.
Okay. In Draconic, I mutter to Zaga, well, you are the captain.
Zaga looks confused.
I'm assuming you're all jumping off.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Cool. As you all jump off, as he's like, oh! And the boat starts pulling away, he just looks at you guys and goes, you're supposed to stop the boat when you bring it in. Where is it going?
It's
We
her
had a
boat.
deal. We had a deal with Hera.
You had a deal with me as well, but I mean, if you don't want any bounty, then it's more money for me, I suppose.
Well,
I mean,
you won't have any pirates to worry about anymore, so that's good enough, right?
So what happened? We saw looked like a fireball.
The less we say about that, the better.
Faven blushes.
But the pirates are gone. The
Dragon
sturge-
Fang is sunk. The crew is dead.
Well. Fancy that. Well, I shall report back then. No ships being brought back, no captains. Yeah, she would have definitely wanted to keep Oryx, buddy. Well, don't worry, boys. Stand down. Nothing to worry about. No ships to take on board, but we can get the word out then. It looks like travel may commence. Let's get the ships going. Let's get it going. And he turns around and starts giving them orders and bits. As you guys can be left on the docks. They put their bows down. They're obviously not fighting anyone. As they go back to ready, and the ships that are there, you see it here. The warehouse door starts getting pulled open as people start springing into action, as they can start loading up transport ships, loading up stuff, and getting goods moving again on the premise that the seafaring ways are now open. He, knowing that there's no ship there and doesn't need to pay you anything, is going to try and, I suppose, get back to doing work and dodge you as much as possible. So unless anyone wants to talk to him, Zindar goes back to getting people moving, trying to get his ship going. As you feel a bustle of the docks start to kick up. As it is early hours of the morning. The sun is just coming up. This will be the first
Can
cruise.
I say something to him?
Yeah.
So does this mean we don't get our, reward?
What reward? It was for bringing in the...
I thought the ships were a bonus.
Bonus?
Ships are a bomb.
Oh, I thought you were bringing in the ships. No, I mean
That's not what the agreement was.
I mean,
Tell him, Zaga. You want gold?
Yeah, give me gold.
I mean, gold for the ships and gold for the captains. Where are the ships and the captains?
Gold for
and
the
those ships
pirates. The captains are dead.
Well, I mean, I hate to be a stickler for semantics, but you've told me the pirates are dead and the captains are dead, but there's a ship off there with a captain moving. So
It'd be
Can I
very
roll an
interesting.
imitation check?
yeah, you can roll it. What is your line?
I was about to say, it'd be very interesting to see how Viper views all this, seeing as you're just getting yourselves into the good books with them all.
Yeah, rather.
Wait, are we threatening them?
Roll intimidation check
I am.
over his shoulder.
Can he have advantage because I'm best friends with Viper and she would listen to what I say?
It's not really how it works.
Can we make Faywin do the intimidation roll?
Yes.
That'd be a 26.
26. As we'll say that, and you look over his shoulder, and he's like, "Well, I mean, I suppose if they are indeed clear, we can get the ships out. Then I'm sure we can look at what was owed for.
Give me the gold now!
Oh, it's early morning. Come on, calm down. This is a business deal. We're all respectable businessmen here.
I've been up fighting all night. I want gold.
He's like, come with me. Come with me. As he sends the crew off that have turned and perceiving there might have been an altercation, watching him get kicked as they disappear back, he will take you back to the office and I will scroll.
You better not be leading us towards a trap hole. I know a trap hole when I see one.
You hear some kobolds come out and a bag of bees. There's no bees. Right. Does say it, John, in there as he goes through. As he's like, well, I mean, I was given money from the coven to make sure that we had the captains. There was the extra bonus was for the captains, and I suppose it was really on each ship that was captured. And you've sunk one ship, and one ship we've let go away. So what of the emerald? What of the emerald eye? Where is that? Is that you've got that one sorted as well, or is that one not gone?
I've never been to the Emerald Eye. Where's that?
There was a ship. I think it was called.
Oh.
The Emerald Eye is long gone.
Right. Okay. Well, I can't. As he goes through and like marks off, he's like, "Well, I mean, you've done such a good job here. Although we haven't had the ships in, so we can't reuse them, and there are no captains. I can still give you the bounty for the two." As he goes and gets a chest out and pushes, and then grabs the second chest out and like moves them over. He's like, "This is 2,000 gold per chest for each of the not in his office. Sorry, he would take you into the warehouse. Jesus, he wouldn't be keeping all the gold in his office. That'd be mental." Goes into the warehouse, goes into one of the back stores, and like pulls out these chests, which are like marked up as the amounts that they are. As he goes, 2,000 gold for the Dragon Fang, and there you go, 2,000 gold for the Sturge. Lovely doing business with you.
Can I ready an action?
You can ready an action if you want. You can do an action.
Can I ready an action to hold person if Zaga runs towards the chests?
Zaga runs towards the chests.
Perfect. Can I have a saving throw, please? Wisdom.
I feel like it's been 3 sessions in a row where we started with Zaga getting held person.
That will be a saving throw 10.
That is a fail. Zaga is held.
As soon as I get
Right, someone else get the gold. I don't trust this.
I would assume you are so
Usage.
on point with realizing this as well that Zinda doesn't even notice. It's like as soon as the goal goes on, Arthur, you know what's going to happen. As soon as
I
like, steps
sigh
forward,
as I do it as well.
The
I'm
rest
like,
of you would barely even notice. It's just like thing, as it goes out. As he puts his 2 chests on there, he goes, "It's lovely doing business. 2,000 gold. So you got 4,000 gold to split for the 2 ships that were cleared and the one that was gone."
I will take the chests.
And like I say, as you are in the good graces of the Coven and of course the Redheads, if you pass on my good willings that we worked well together, let Viper know that all went well and we are now clear and operating. That would be great for both parties. I'm sure you agree with me.
I just go, and walk off.
Are you going to be counting the gold out?
I will split it evenly, 800 each. Although it's 790 for Zaga, 10 short.
wait, 800 each, not 400 each.
It's 4,000.
4,000. 2,000 per
Oh
ship.
shit! I can't. My maths.
Hey, where's my other 10?
Oh, it's not very smart.
What was that, Zaga?
Where's my other 10?
Oh, I'm sure I gave you full 800. And I gave him the other 10.
Good. How much did we get?
800. It's always wise to check what you give and take.
Zaga has way too much gold. Is there a bank in this town?
You can leave as much gold as you want with Viper.
No, he's going to exchange it.
For larger amounts or for items?
No, for easier to carry. Actually, no, he likes sleeping on it.
He does. You are horse.
I'm going to carry the bag that jingles loudly wherever I go.
Yeah, you are definitely a
You're like a robber from like a robber from a cartoon.
The old swag bag over his shoulder.
Who's got highest passive perception? Someone got above 15.
I've got 18.
18. As you are moving out, you've got the money from Zindar. The ship's gone off. You can hear some of the crew. As you come out, you see a few of the crew kind of looking as Zaga, this little kobold, is walking along, just jingling like a little piggy bank, just walking along. It's noticeable that you are walking around with quite a lot of gold in a city that is not that rich.
Could as they're handing out the gold and stuff, I know we said we've moved on, but while they're doing that, can I check what the tabaxi gave me?
Yes.
Or will that take a while to identify what it is?
It will take a while. It will take time to identify, but as you take it out and look, you can see that it is a dark. Oh fucking hell! I can't remember what it is now.
Rock.
It's a rock.
If not, I can do it when we're back at the
it's just
wherever we're going.
a stone. No, I had it, but I should probably read the actual description rather than just make up. It is a deep, I can't think of a better word than black. Almost like obsidian, black, shiny, carved cat's head, black in coloration, like the tabaxis were, with a single green eye.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, what's that you got?
I'll pop it in my. No, this is while you're counting your 10 gold out. I'll pop it away.
He
somewhere
can't do his 10
incredibly-
gold out. He's held person, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Oh, that's
I'll put it somewhere really, really safe, like my inside pocket, that's quite high up, that Zaga absolutely wouldn't be able to reach.
Yep. Safe.
And then wherever we end up going, I will use my time to identify what it actually is.
Nice.
Can I give Zaga his 800 in copper?
No.
How
Definitely
much
not.
is that in copper pieces?
2 minutes. It's like it's times 10 times 10, right?
That's 10 silver per gold and 10 copper per silver.
Okay, so just 80,000 coins.
You wouldn't be able to carry it. You'd be rubbed in the street. Oh yeah, do it. It's fully mugged. They're trying to chase down every piece.
Ooh, when we get back to town, can I look to buy a weapon that has slashing damage, so that if Zaga gets on my tits, I can slash his bag of coins?
No, you can buy a knife or a dagger.
Perfect.
Easy.
Pretty sure
If only we had a stunning dagger.
Yeah.
We'll
I
hold
have a
that thought.
knife, you can have it if you like.
If that's what you're going to use it
No,
for,
no.
you can definitely have it.
I wasn't saying this out loud. This
Yeah,
was
just thinking it.
this was a DM question.
Yeah. You guys didn't hear that. Yeah,
we can't tell because you don't do a voice.
Well, in the next campaign, I will do a voice and I will be serious, and you will all hate it.
Yeah. We look forward to that.
Depends on the voice.
Yeah. Oh god, don't make me veto and kill characters before they've even had a chance to breathe. But you are back, so you are in. You can move through the port as you've been paid out. Now you can leave the Redvant Cloudport area. You can see that they are starting to. The warehouse is starting to whir up again. Where it's a little bit quiet around here, with the view that the ships can go. There's probably a fair few like merchant crews that have been here for a while. People that are a little bit sick of being on land now, that are ready to get out and start moving again. But yes, you have unlocked the corridor for now. Out, so Redvant can start trading again, and they will be getting that port up and running as quick as possible, trying to get some goods back into Redvant and trade out, which is great news. So the city is yours. Where would you like to head to? Up to you, but you're back in Redvant.
I probably should head to Viper first, just to inform them of pirates being cleared.
Yeah.
Did we leave Bo in the silent dagger just so we know if
Yeah.
we're about to get nagged?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What do you mean leave him? That's where he's living.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was.
Oh, okay.
with the red.
Can we go elsewhere?
You can definitely go. So just leave him on his own.
The Bo
Basement.
fan club has ended.
Poor
Never.
Bo. Also, he learnt his nagging from someone else. That's fine. So I so good at it. Yeah, you can go back to you can go see Viper. Make your way to Red Hoods. You've only been gone again, so you've only been gone a day. You went out in the dead of night. You've come back. You haven't slept, so you slept twice in one day, right? So you have been up and through the night. It's early in the morning. It's like the probably sunrise, so like 5-6 in the morning. So you're moving around with the early morning crew, the guys that are going out to the brewers that are moving about at this hour, the port crew are moving about at this hour. But the closer you and the further you get into town, the quieter it gets as you make your way back to the pub, which is still slightly in disarray, but every day that passes it gets a little bit more fixed. They are very quick at getting this thing back up and up to essentially a usable state, so it can be back as their entrance, although potentially the jig is up as that pub was destroyed and gave up the secret entrance to the base. But you can make your way down to the Red Hoods, find yourself Viper. Early in this morning, the Red Hoods, again, first crews will be going out and doing stuff with the news of the ships being cleared, and the altercations of the evening would have probably already in some way been passed back to Viper. They definitely would have seen the fireball go off in the middle of the night. They definitely, because although you were an hour or so away, the visibility out at sea would have been pretty good, and they would have had people on the docks reporting back. So they would have been.
Does this mean they saw the dragon?
Not that good.
Oh.
They would have been able to see a fireball go off in the middle of the night. They would have been able to see what was happening on the ship. So they knew that you would attack. There was a fight going on between at least two of the ships that were there. Then they've seen the Sturge coming back. And I'm sure as you arrive with the message would be probably hitting Viper's ears as she, at the same time that you kind of get back down to the Red Hoods.
Sorry, I forgot to short rest on the boat, so I'm just doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want a short rest, then short rest on the boat. But yeah, to long rest, you shall have to take an 8 hours at some point. Although there's no harm in staying up and realigning your schedules. You've got a bit of time, unless you speak to Bo, in which you've got no time. You need to get to the forest. So yeah, you can find Viper. Anything specific you want to go through with Viper, or just let her know that it's all there?
I want to let her know it's all there. It's all everything's happened. Also want to throw out a little idea to her about the silent dagger. Perhaps trying to get that back up and running, and possibility of maybe having a pathway to created to the Red Hoods from the silent dagger.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys go in, you're obviously known by people who's here, and you can grab some food from the breakfast buffet. There is no duck, unfortunately, before you ask. As the crew's moving around, and it's not long before she comes to find you, has been made aware of your presence, and takes you in for a meeting in the round table. Early morning or late night, no sleep, no rest for the wicked. I heard you were successful. You came in on one of the ships.
Yes, to well, obviously, I've probably forgotten his name. Zindar got us in contact with someone from one of the ships. It was the previous captain of the ship, and effectively to get us onto the main ship, we agreed to allow her to take her ship back for their support in destroying the other ship. So,
wow, bit of diplomacy and you sacrificed a gold bounty for the boat. I'm sure Saga was pleased with that. She's very sprightly this morning, almost like annoyingly awake, as you guys are like a little bit on the downturn of being like, you've been up fighting all night, have come back on the ship, probably a bit knackered, and she is very awake. Well, good to see it's going. She's like, I mean, it's early, but the Coven are very, very pleased with the movements going on. Anybody for a celebration? She reaches into like, there's where the chairs and the back. This is a round room inside like an alcove kind of cut out, but there is still wood paneling and stuff that runs around to make it a little bit more decorative. As she pushes one side, and it slides out, and there's a drinks cabinet in there that she never offered you before. As she pulls out, puts a bottle of like crystalline white, clear distilled, what would be like a vodka, and some glasses. Early drink for the morning or late night for you all. Celebrate a win.
Viper, it's not even midday yet.
Exactly.
Please pour me a glass.
I could definitely
You've not
do
been
that.
to sleep yet, so start drinking. She pours one out for you all and leaves the bottle there. Pours one for herself and just says, "Well, it's my breakfast." Drinks and then says, "Keep the bottle on me."
Viper, are you okay?
Why are you so happy?
Well,
Is this a regular occurrence for you?
It's not been a regular.
Do we need an
occurrence for
intervention?
us. This is the drinking in the morning. No, I hope we have times like this to come, and it does become an occurrence for me. Just a time to stop and celebrate. It's been a pretty rough couple of weeks, and the blockade is cleared. The boats can start moving. We can start getting people back in. We've cleared the elves, and yes, there is a presence in the forest to deal with, but right now we've had some wins. Let's celebrate some wins, and you guys as a team have been instrumental in that. So a drink, please. Take this bottle from the coven.
Thank you, Viper.
She's happy she's just discovered she's a tiefling and not an elf.
I never knew that I had this red skin.
She never owned a mirror. It's not her fault.
Don't start, Kins will kill you. Nice. So yeah, she gives you the drink to go through, and then sits back, seems a little relaxed. There is on her plate. There is nothing for you guys to necessarily be picking up and work through. Of course, the death bloom on the horizon is an issue, but for now, she's like, stuff's moving. We're rebuilding. Elves are gone. Like the waterways are clearing out again. I can breathe for maybe a couple of days, which is the first time I've been able to do so in a couple of weeks. If you really thought about it, since you guys appeared, there's been you've brought with you a lot of trouble, and now it's like, oh, you're still here, and the trouble has kind of gone for a little bit. So yeah, she's very relaxed. So what's next for you all? Where does the road take you? Staying in Redvant for a little while longer? I mean, we've got the Silent Dagger set up for you. It'd be nice to see that running again.
Well, I was thinking the same thing. It would be nice to get it back up and running. We will be heading out into the forest soon. We can't stay too long because of...
Well, yes.
But hopefully, I mean, depending on how it goes, we may be back and forth while we're going in there. But I want to throw something out to you, Viper. Would it be a good idea to maybe have... Seeing as, you know, the facade of the Fist and Shamrock has kind of been broken to a certain extent.
Yes.
Whether it's worthwhile maybe having a pathway to the Silent Dagger from here. Whether we can maybe help in some way of the Silent Dagger being another entry point into the Red Hoods, but also, you know, have a mutual business idea out of this as well, with the Silent Dagger.
She sits back as she then pours herself another shot, like sniffs it. She's like, interesting, and just like drinks. She's like, it is south, closer to the Brewers' Quarter. It's been closed for a while, and with your names on it, I suppose you are linked to us in some way. But I mean, it's not a bad idea. She's like, what would you be looking to? We would be getting the Silent Dagger back up and running as a pub, as a inn, or are you keeping it more as a something a bit more private, shall we say?
I mean, it'd probably be good for the town to be back up and running as another pub, really. Obviously, we'll have certain areas that would be off limits, but in general, yeah, to get the pub back up and running again would be a good idea.
I think it's a great idea. Get the pub up and running. I mean, you have done the city a great service, and I'm sure there is a fair few people that wouldn't mind drinking in a pub that is owned by the heroes of Redvant, the ones that drove out the elven forces, started somewhat of a rebellion. And you're right, the Thistle and Shamrock doesn't necessarily or can't necessarily do the job we need it to do. The problem we do have is it sits right above where we are right now. So we will need to keep some stuff there. But if we can push a lot of trade out, send some of our forces, maybe use a silent dagger for some of our business, that could be incredibly lucrative for both parties. Of course, you have the tunnels. If we get the tunnels back up and running into the beer port as well as linked up with our systems, you're like, let me get some guys on it. You leave me to deal with the tunnels. I can get those set up.
Okay, fantastic. And Zago, you can always get your brothers to play at the pub, right? Most nights.
Fuck those guys!
Oh, are you going to play at the pub most nights, Zaga?
Am I going to get paid?
By yourself? I mean, you own the pub, Zaga. You pay
No,
yourself.
I want to get paid by the others.
You could get
The
tips.
tips, yeah. Just put make yourself look homeless and put like a bit of cloth out in front of you, and play outside in the street, not actually in the pub, and then we'll get your brothers in for the real pub.
Fuck those guys.
They are kicking up quite a storm, to be fair. They seem to like it here.
Can you do me a favor and dump them in the sea?
I mean, I would love for you, Zaga, dump your brothers in the sea, but they have caused us no problems whatsoever. If anything, they're actually quite good for spirits. So yeah, if you can get them to play, I'm sure. I mean, it won't.
They gave my bagpipes to a turtle. Fuck those guys.
Okay, someone's a little tired. Maybe we need to take someone to bed. I forgot you've not been asleep this evening, so let's not sour the evening. Let's give you this bottle. Take your rest. I will look into the tunnels. If you need any help with getting anything set up, any suggestions for help, then do let me know, and we will. I'll pass this news on to the Coven. They will be interested and pleased, I think, to hear that you are seeking a little bit more of a relationship with our businesses. We've enacted on a transactional level, and of course, she looks to Faerun just to make sure she doesn't get her feelings hurt. Of course, we've been acquaintances for a while now. It's not just transactional business, but for the Coven, they are always looking for useful partners in these endeavours. So I shall pass on and see what they say to the affair.
I'm sure your barman would like a new place for his tankards.
Yes. Well, don't talk about that. They a lot of them got destroyed a little bit in the. Although I think the kobolds came in and did a little bit of destruction. I think he's blaming them a little bit. I think they came in and caused quite a stir to find you one time, and then the next day it got blown up. So I think they're taking some of the blame for that. But yes, we can find good stuff. You can find good stuff wherever you would like. We always have people coming through Redvant, but it would be good to get the city up and running again. Get a little bit more bit of liveliness running through the streets.
As part of our ongoing friendship, Faerun grins, anywhere we go, we can look for tankards that we could bring back.
I'll have some tankards.
Do you think he'll like that?
We're stealing now.
Yes.
No,
I
we'll
mean,
buy them.
You could buy them.
But for
yes.
his collection, some worldly tankards for our friendship.
Why the devil not? Although I'm not sure there's going to be that many pubs in the forest.
Well, no, but I mean, like, after we've sorted
Oh, okay,
that,
after. Okay, yes.
that issue.
Yes, 100%. 100%. But yes, as for the Redvant affairs, I think we are, touch wood, she says, pouring another drink and shots. We are clear. We'll be getting foods back in as quick as we can. We've already requisitioned out the ships, and some of our ships, as you see, Zindar would have been getting them moving as early as possible, getting out our trade. We have a nice stockpile of beers and spirits that need to leave so we can get some more foods in. So things are on the up. But if you are heading to the forest, then yes, that would be good to make sure that we've boxed that one off as well. With the elves
Why are we going to the forest?
Because of the whole Death Bloom situation, Zaga. The.
Oh, I thought we'd
reason-
forgotten about that. Isn't that over yet?
I don't believe so, but I mean, you guys are the experts.
We have a lot.
We
of
are
work to do, Zaga.
experts.
We should probably do that real soon.
I said that lightly. Lovely. Well, I would love to stay here and drink all day, but there's still a little work to do. Enjoy the bottle, and if you need me or need us, then you know where we are. She was like, I'll be in touch with timelines on the plans. But yeah, if you leave town, let us know, because we'll need some just permission to make sure that we can access the Silent Dagger where required.
Of course, no problem.
She gets up and leaves, leaving you with a nice bottle of what would be like a triple distilled vodka, essentially.
They're inevitably going to get drunk, so during this time, could I identify what I was given by the tabaxi, please? Thank you.
Do you have the identify spell? Or are you just going to spend some time with it?
I'll spend some time. Oh no, I do have the identify spell.
Yeah, that would speed it up. Up to you, though.
Oh no, I'll just spend time with it because it's a spell slot.
You just sit there, staring.
It's not for me.
You'll
Yeah, I'm not
sit
letting you
and watch
touch it.
Fabian
It's got
just
shiny gem in it.
stare at the shiny gem rock. Yeah, you spend some time working out the magical properties of the item, trying to work out what it does. And you feel kind of good, a nice aura, a nice glow from the stone as you hold it, as you find it is a stone of good luck.
Ah,
I've already got one of those.
nice. Yeah, but is it from a tabaxi?
No.
I was the one that healed the tabaxi. This isn't fair.
I healed him first. I stabilized him. And I spoke to him. The other one.
Me and Awood were the tabaxis. This is
And you're lucky that they survived the initial encounters. Because they should be dead. Nice.
Why do you think I was trying to get him back on land so much?
No. That's the
We
end
need
of it.
people to run the Silent Dagger.
You need it, what? Barman who's got no tongue and a sickly little.
Yeah.
Here's our barman.
Yeah.
He can't talk. Great customer service. Nice. So, yeah, Viper leaves you. She goes off about her business, leaves you in the circle room, so you have that to play with if you want, or you can head back to the Silent Dagger yourselves. But yeah, you have the day. You will need to rest at some point, but you can survive if you want to take a rest day through to the evening and then take your long rest more towards evening to get yourself back on a normal schedule. Because sleep schedule is important in D&D.
I want to ask Saga what his feelings about the Dragonborn now.
What do you mean?
Well, they attacked us, they attacked you. You know, what are your feelings on them now?
Well, I told you, they're very serious when they've got a job to do.
Well, you know, you seem quite close valley with them. And they turned on you, that's not good.
I mean, it's a shame they had to die. And it's a shame we had to kill the witnesses.
Well. I mean, it wasn't
Also,
a shame.
Zaga, that dragon of yours. I mean, did you not hear the conversation that it had with the Dragonborn?
Any fireboard's fun, so.
I don't think that was the dragon.
The conversation was, though.
How do I feel about the... Well, you know, dragons are mysterious creatures. I can't predict the whims of a dragon.
Wise words.
Besides, I'm sure it didn't mean any harm.
That would be the first time as well that I think some of you would have heard that Zaga was the one that killed the kobolds downstairs as well.
Just not surprised at this point.
What?
Yeah.
It wasn't just Saga.
I know, but it's kind of expected from Otto, right? He's already
Yeah, but we
he's a bit
expect Otter
murdery.
to get
Yeah,
souls.
yes.
He needs
He's a bit
souls,
stabby.
we don't know that you eat people yet. So, oh no, we do. We know you
Yeah,
eat
we
people.
do.
Oh, yeah.
We
Did you eat them,
definitely do.
Zaga?
I didn't eat anyone. What are you talking about?
We didn't have time. I did get their souls, though.
Oh well, as long as half of the way's there, then we're good.
Cool.
Just not talking about it. We're just like, yeah, no, whatever.
Yeah,
Fine.
fair.
Just drinking. We're just gonna drink through the pain. It's fine. Nice. Sorry, I was reading. I thought you were going to chat more. So yeah, you can spend the day. So it's up to you. What would you like to do with the rest of the day? Are you spending the day relaxing, drinking, taking a break, and then heading back to Silent Dagger for a rest? Are you going to go and talk to... I will remind you that you can sit and do nothing forever, but at some point you're going to have to talk to Bo about going to the forest.
Yeah.
When are we going to do the forest?
Well, this is me. It's whether you guys want to decide before you get Bo in front of you, how you want to approach this plan. He has. So a reminder for where you are for things that you possibly haven't done yet. Otto, you have information. Well, you have some information that you pulled from the boat, which will give you some information potentially. So you've got some investigation to do there. Bo had the maps, the Hizzle maps and his notes, but on top of that, you got information out of the elf camp, which you haven't gone through and seen yet either. So there's more information on the forest, but you haven't gone through it yet. And I think that's it. Actually, I think that's it. I think there's the bits you haven't done yet. But yeah, you have a few things to investigate.
I think if the others go back to Silent Dagger to speak to Bo, I will take time to look at the information I've got.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before going, Otto, are you ready to go into the forest? I know you didn't find that witch yet.
I need to find that witch, but let me see what I can find out about from this information. And that damn sending stone. And I will have an answer.
Okay.
Wait, do we think the witch is in the forest?
She might be. Depends where these items are.
Maybe she's gone to where Andriela's gone, because she's in the forest, isn't she, Zaga?
Yeah, I remember she was going to the hag's place. I can't remember why. I don't know why.
Maybe they're all linked, so...
Maybe.
She was going to Jenny's.
Yeah, Andrea was going to Jenny's.
He did the spell where he could look at what she's up to.
We saw her. I saw her.
Yeah, I can't see when he cast it, unfortunately, but he said that he saw her. She was at...
She looked nervous. I remember she looked nervous.
Because she failed Jenny. I always knew those two were in cahoots.
Out of character, I hate you.
Out of character, I know.
Above table, yep. You're the worst people. that detracted.
I'm a little bit surprised you haven't asked to see her again yet, Faywin.
Faywin's got a little bit of sweat on her brow because she's been trying to find the right time to ask Saga if he will do it again.
It's not Tuesday.
Why would it be Tuesday?
Yeah, he only scries on Tuesdays.
No. Can you check Saga?
Oh, you want me to look again?
Well, like, have you got the ability to today, or?
Yeah, sure. 200 gold.
Visibly upset, Faywin shakes her head.
Okay, well, let me know when you want it.
Why does it now cost money, Zaga? I thought it was just you could do it.
There's a lot of effort involved.
You're such a good friend, Zaga.
Would you do something for free?
For friends, I would. Yeah.
I do lots of things for free all the time, like
Save our
using my limited spells I can do in a day to cast Mass Healing Word.
Fine, whatever. I'll do it.
Casting Whole Person when people go crazy.
Exactly.
For the good of the
start her a dirty look.
I just shrug. I see the look and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
The bromance is dead.
Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna fake it?
Zaga is going to fake it again. But buoyed by his success at faking it last time, he's going to embellish it more this time and do more flourishes in the casting of the spell.
Mm-hmm.
I would like the
try and put on more of a show.
Cool.
I'd like everybody else to be here for this.
You're in the room within the Red Hoods. You're in a very it's almost like a psychic table. Like you're in this cove, just you guys with a bottle of whiskey, bottle of vodka, and then Zaga's got center stage with all of you watching.
Faven's eyes are big. Ready.
What am I rolling before I do this?
You're rolling deception.
Deception, not performance this time.
Deception, not perform. Oh, I got you.
It doesn't matter. They're both the same. To be fair.
It would be a no. Do a performance first, and it would be a deception for your potentially for your explanation of how you would banish.
Low dice roll, 19 for performance.
19.
What would I need to roll to recognize if he's actually doing it for real?
You'd have to roll an insight check. So as he casts the spell with a 19, it looks like he's casting the scry spell. He's using verbal and semantic components that you've seen before for a spell like this to be cast. It would be insight checks against what's going on. So it's whether you think from that performance is whether you would think as a passive. I think you would just assume this is Zaga. It's a little bit flamboyant for Zaga, but he maybe has had a shot or two of vodka as well, and he's only little.
I rolled an 18 with a +1. That's 19.
You notice it's a little bit flamboyant.
Overly flamboyant.
Overly flamboyant.
Can I do an insight check despite the fact that
You really want it to happen though? Would you really be insight checking if you really wanted it to happen?
I want to do an insight check because I don't trust Saga.
I noticed it's over flamboyance.
Yeah.
And I just sort of lean back, the smile on my face, enjoying the show.
I want to do my insight check on his explanation. Though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait to see. So,
I'm not bothered about that. I have a pretty good idea he's actually faking it, but I'm amused by it.
Yeah, you would get from that the flamboyance. You would get there. This is a little bit like magician's act going on here, but whether you do anything with that is up to you. So the scry spell goes off. The wisdom save has failed, and you are watching Andriel.
I just need to check the scrying description quickly.
Is Von Van inciting him?
I mean, because when you came to me before saying that he'd done it, I did kind of question it a bit, didn't I? So I probably would be questioning it to start off with anyway.
Because when I told you about it the first time, you're like, yeah, but she was there when we met Jenny, so she wouldn't be looking nervous to go and see her like they've met before.
Yeah.
She knows we made deals with Jenny and stuff, so you were already a bit skeptical. I'm doe-eyed.
So do I? Do I do an insight check on it, or do I do something else?
Maybe for the story.
Maybe for my story.
So I've done the flamboyant performance.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, go on.
Because of being skeptical when Faven told me before, can I do a detect thoughts on Zaga as he's doing this?
Yes, you can, but you're going to have to roll a sleight of hand check with advantage because of the flamboyance of your performance to see if Zaga's. So, what's your passive perception, Zaga?
Low. Passive perception 12.
12. So you got to be at 12 with a sleight of hand. To cast a spell without him seeing that you've cast
16.
Yes, Von Van.
So you can fire off a detect thoughts. The detect thoughts just gives you the spell up, and you only get service level.
Yeah, I'll get service level.
Unless you try and delve.
This actually plays into my hands because on the casting of the spell, what I'm going to say is, I can't see her. I can't see anything. It didn't work.
What? What do you mean it didn't work? Why wouldn't it work?
Does that mean she's dead?
I don't. I think the spell works as long as the person is on the same plane.
Right, I'm throwing out my insight check now. This is all I've already rolled it. It's not the best, but
deception, is it?
Yeah, deception.
You're such a rat bag.
11 on the dice, 25.
25, nice.
I
Can
got
I roll
23.
Can I roll a persuasion check to sort of confirm Zaga's story?
No, because you can't help with that. You can't see it.
No, but I can say no, but that sounds right to me.
Oh, you can do
I failed my insight check. Anyway,
insight
so.
to be failed. Favorite, are you believing this?
No.
You roll an insight. You can
Out
roll
of
an insight
character,
check.
I guess that might be, but not in character.
It's whether you would believe what he's saying or you'd like to insight check him.
Can I dig deeper?
Well, this is what's funny. You could dig deeper because it's likely, depending if Faywin is bemused by this and insight checks have gone and Otter's gone, I'm sure Zaga's surface level thoughts might well give him up if he has got away with such a lie like this. I mean, pulling off maybe she's on another plane. Like, you've gone so flamboyant with the casting, and then they're like, maybe she's on a different plane of existence, and you've just Arthur's like, what? No, surely not. And then Faywin's like, what? And then Otter's backing you up. That's like
I got 14.
Yeah, I've got away with the greatest thing of all. So surface level, I would say might betray your thoughts. But if you want to try and push deeper, you could, because it's funnier.
Can Faywin use her knowledge of Arcana to know if that would be a thing?
Yeah.
I mean, it
No.
is a thing.
It is a thing,
But
so,
in
yeah.
the spell's description.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
insight checking Zaga because I don't know that he would lie to me because I think he's not horrible. But it's only a 10 on the Arcana anyway.
With a 10, you know that the ability to send messages, the same as ability to scry. A lot of spells are. They use the magical weave of those planes. To have magic that crosses planes is fairly rare.
Okay.
So that is not. It's not beyond the thing. Same as I think sending spells, same thing. You can't send messages across planes of existence. I'm pretty sure.
Sending has a % chance to not get there.
So you know that trying to go across planes of existence is where magic sometimes fails. So this is eminently believable. So it's on Von.
Yeah, can I dig deeper? I need a wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save. And it's only
God.
It's only if you fail that you know. Pass, sorry, that you know it's.
It's only a 14.
That fails.
Yes.
You dig deeper. You can. So what is Zaga's inner actual inner thoughts at seeing this ruse pull off?
A lot of giggling.
Yeah.
A lot of giggling and damn, I could have got 200 gold for this.
Mm-hmm. Von, you get that? It makes sense. You hear him giggling. You hear that definitely everything adding up now. You're like, okay, there was something fishy going on there.
Faywin's eyes are welling up with tears. But what?
Is there any sort of indication of why Zaga would be lying to Faywin in there?
Well,
in
I was
thought?
about to ask him why Andriel would have gone to a different plane with Jenny.
On the subject of why Zaga might be lying, because it's funny,
Yeah.
and also because he wants to go get his bagpipes off the hag.
Yeah. True.
So
Yeah, if there was like a deep down thought, it would probably be that you are trying to shift the party towards going to Jenny because you want to get revenge for what happened to your bagpipes. Like if you were to like take the route that then was like, well, if I've got this, I want this thing to happen, I might as well have fun trying to make people do it. It's kind of the sprout up. See, Yvonne, you would pick that up.
Okay.
But everyone else believes that Jenny is potentially now on another plane of existence or dead.
the Andriel is on another
Sorry.
plane.
Yeah. Who did I say?
Jenny.
Jenny.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Jenny
so
also-
I guess technically Jenny probably is with her on a plane if
Yeah.
that's what.
Jenny's with her, so yeah, same thing.
No point going to
The collaborating.
Jenny the Hag, Jenny the Hag. Oh. You doing anything with that information? You don't have to, you can sit on it, Von.
Do it for friendship.
Sit on
I am going to.
it. Sit on it.
Do it for friendship.
Remember, Faywin just fireballed you.
That was an accident. But she did do it, to be fair.
I'm gonna sit on it for now, but I'm gonna have a private conversation afterwards.
Cool.
It better be with me to tell me, or there's going to be trouble.
There's gonna be trouble. You don't know anything, Faywin. You just think
I
you are
know, it's
worried
really
about
upsetting.
poor Andrea
I
being
mean,
on
Faywin
another
wanting an audience.
plane of existence. Nice.
Faywin is going to go up to one of the rooms. just say that she needs to just
You go back
get
to the
some
silent dagger.
things ready. And I was just going to do it here. She was just going to go for a little cry.
Oh, she's gonna go into the big dormitory of the Red Hoods and start crying in the Thieves Guild. Makes
No,
sense.
she'll go into the bathroom.
Oh,
Just have a little cry.
yeah, you can do it.
Also, Zaga will know because he will know that I've probed into his head.
I thought it was
Yeah,
only if you
I'm
fail.
standing there thinking, somebody's in my head.
Check.
What the fuck's going on?
Check. No, I thought it was only if he passes the check that he knows
No, it says
at the end of the spell.
so. It says if it fails, you gain insight. Blah 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 blah. If you succeed, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows you're probing into its mind.
Oh, okay, cool. So like, there'll be a point where Zaga, as you're looking around and you realise Otto's giggling because he's getting involved, Arthur's a bit bemused, and Faywin's hook, line, and sinker. You and Von catch eyes, and Von is just staring back at you with a knowing stare as you feel that someone has been within your mind. And of course, if someone's been poking around in your mind, it's Von. Bloody mind flame.
Not the first time it's happened.
Bloody vampire.
I give Von a dirty look, discreetly.
Yeah.
I don't know if Zaga can do a discreet day. No.
All he looks dirty. That's the trick. Sweet. Anything else you guys want to chat through while you're drinking vodkas?
I'm just confused, so I'm just going to keep sipping and not saying anything because I'm just confused by the whole scenario.
When I've dried my tears, which does take a little while, I'll come back out. So, shall we have a plan for what we're going to say to Bo when we go back? Because I think we all know what his first question will be. I suppose we should also probably tell him about...
We should have let the Alps get him
We should tell him about...
when he was bait.
He knew Andrea, right?
Yeah.
They were found, yeah. We should let him know as well.
I will telepathically say to Faywin, we need to talk.
A slight nod from Faven, but she's not really feeling up to talking to anyone right now. But because it's Von Van, she will.
Is it because her best friends have gone on a trip to a different plane of existence without her?
Well,
Gone on a girls'
yeah.
weekend away. You weren't invited.
I mean,
I mean, Jenny could have.
That's where Viper's gone to as well.
Typical.
Jenny could have banished Andrew to the Feywild.
Could have.
Vex is probably there too.
No, we're just having a
And
Galentine-
I found out I
weekend.
had holidays in the Feywild as a child, and now I'm just not even allowed to go.
You wanted a Galentine special. That's it. It's happening off camera.
Yeah.
All of your best friends
And
are
I'm not part
in
of
the
it.
Feywild. You weren't
That is
invited.
not what I wanted for Galentine.
You said that's what you wanted. You said you want all of those people to
Maybe
be
you
there.
could go and join in. Jenny could teach you how to become a hag.
Typical hag
I don't
behaviour.
need teaching.
Walking down the path.
This is my villain arc. Zaga lying to me about friendship.
It's what I'm saying. It perfectly will turn you into a hag. You just need to come on board with the story.
We got to win with the power of friendship. That's
I know.
True.
that's
Oh,
what I've been
I'm
told.
trying.
And then
I
you
am trying so
constantly-
hard.
Constantly searching out new friendships, but failing, friends dying, la 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 la, become hag.
Well, I was about to say the only reason that I'll accept a conversation from Von is because he's got my ascending stone, and therefore we are friends.
Oh, okay.
Like he's
Oh,
my
you mean
next.
the one I
It's
gave
been
to
good
Bo?
knowing you, Van.
Yeah.
No, the one that you and I had.
Yeah, I gave that one to Bo.
You fucking what?
Hey. Hi, Ferrin. It's Bo. When are you going to the forest? It's me, Bo. I'm still in the silent dagger. I'm waiting for you.
I
guys.
wondered.
Bye-bye.
I wondered why it kept going off,
Yeah.
and I was ignoring it because I could see Von Van in my
Hey,
life.
it's me
So-
again. Bo, you didn't reply last time. So, Forest. Grom really wants to know when you guys are going. Every day.
Unbelievable.
Right, let's head back to Bo. He's got some information for us anyway to help. So, so Otto, will you catch up with us in a bit then?
Yes, once you've left, Bo, I really can't be doing with this whinging.
Wow. I will also on the arc of power of friendship that whilst you can look at the information, you have people that are scholars and good at information stuff around you. So you could use other people's skills. If you want
Zaga
to
doesn't trust
make
Bonbon
yourself-
because he was in his head. So
Mhm.
he's going to make sure he's with Bonbon all of the time.
Okay. So Bonbon's got a little kobold with a little jingling gold sack running around. Giggity.
Yeah, where are we going, Bon Bon?
We're going to see Bo.
Oh, Bait. Yeah, let's go see Bait.
But yeah, so you, Otto, you definitely can look at information, go through it, and try and piece stuff together. But I will also say that there is, with information shared, you have lots of different bits, and if you want, I mean, it's a bit gamey, but you're going to be doing rolls and checks, and having people around that can help point stuff out might help you with such checks. There is always more power in friendship. Also, if you want anyone to know, you can definitely keep it to yourself, but it depends on what your plans are.
Otto would probably do this on his own for now. He may relay information over and ask for help later.
Fine. No, I just wanted to make sure that you are aware. Sweet. So, rest of you drink up. You've probably gone through about half the bowl, but you can cork it, take it back. First bottle of booze back in the Silent Dagger. You go back to find Bo and Len working away tirelessly in the Silent Dagger. We'll do Otto. We'll do your bits first then. So, are you staying here to do it? You've got this room to yourself essentially in the Thieves Guild, so you can do what you want.
I'll just do it where I am.
Cool. So you are going through you want to look at the cases, or you want to look at or try and work out what the case is, or do you want to work out just the documents and maps?
I'll do the cases after a long rest.
Yep.
So I'll do document maps now.
Nice. You have in front. How do we want to do this? Give me a investigation check to start, and then we can maybe add some other checks in depending on where we go.
It's a 16.
16. So you have what you mainly have grabbed from there in the time from the ship is a map of Onora. Onora is the country you're in, the north part of Ashling. So the bit that has Allhearth, Breach Springs, Diamond Mountains, everything north of the border forest, with pins and markers within it. You can see with a 16 that the underneath the Shattered Isles is marked. It's marked as across the whole of the Shattered Isles. So this was again land that was there before that broke as part of the Fallen Conquest 500 odd years ago. But you can see that area is marked as the home location. That somewhere within here there is a cave that the Warlock has marked up. She knows that there is a cave here somewhere in the Shattered Isles, which is the end goal. That is where she's trying to get to. But the note says on there must have all artifacts to be able to access cave. And then there's just the notes of different things. You can see on Allhearth it's marked up the Serpent's Eye amulet. She puts there's a mark for the amulet on Allhearth, and then across through it saying acquired or got it. Essentially on that one, you can see over Redvant there was there was a marker that was a note that is marked up for the earrings, the Tears of the Drowned Maiden, and again then a mark up to say she's got it. The conch, there is a question mark on the conch where you can see there was a few questions added. So a few notes added and a few question marks. A bit like the fucking crazy string diagram where the conch was pinned to a few areas. First off, that she had it pinned to Redvant. Then there was a bit where it was pinned to Allhearth. Then there was the note that you note is a description of firstly Faywin and then yourself. That there is this party where there is the elf that has the conch, and you can see there's lots of notes and bits within there, and then there is a question on there under the conch's piece that just says origin question mark. There is nothing on, and because you know from your book the all of the artifacts you're looking for. She had nothing on the helm on her documents anywhere else. And then under the trident, she just said all she has is conch the key ?
Interesting.
So you can
I
see
mean,
that
our
she's been
character, I know where the
tracking stuff.
trident is, I think. It's in the cave, is it not?
You don't know.
Spoilers.
You
Out of character, I'm
you
saying.
think you know it is? Yeah,
I think I know it is.
That feels like cheating.
does feel like cheating.
No, obviously, I'm not going to be
I
like
think
that,
it's
but I'm saying.
actually on another plane with Andrea.
It's whether
Obviously, Otter doesn't know, but
yeah,
our character, I think I know where it is.
but you also that was 500 years ago.
True.
So yeah, so you can see that's your investigation. You're stumbling into the book via knowledge with Faerun gave you a massive head start. You can see that even from the notes and the way this map's been pulled together, that this has been years and years worth of tracking and finding out and questioning and going after. And like you can see that for the there's like bits on there that note the routes of the aquatic marvel, so where the circus was going and coming back to and the best points of stopping it. There are bits that are marked up about taking a ship. There's nothing in there that really pulls you into the origin of where she is, but then you can see as well that there's some notes about the crew in there. So the crew that she had, some of those crew that she had clearly had some link. They had the Kraken calls that they could do, and they had some like kind of eldritch abilities, that they were lower level warlocks as well. And she is kind of heading up a crew of warlocks, most of which you've just murdered as you've taken this data. But yeah, you can see that this is like years worth of her work and plan, tracing and trying to find the information. I'd say with a 16, that's what you get for now. If you have specific questions that you want to delve into deeper, we can roll other checks and look into it. But I think that's what you get with looking at that. You're seeing years worth of planning and work and tracking and trying to find these artifacts, where she clearly knows the end goal, but knows without the artifacts that she doesn't think she can get there. And she obviously doesn't know about all the artifacts, which you know is an advantage to you then. There is definitely nothing on there on the helm, and clearly with the trident, she had an inkling that the conch is the key, but no other information on the trident.
I'd sort of feel good about the helm, that she doesn't know where it is either. Anything about it. I think the one thing I'd want to find out more about is this whole conch being the key thing.
So
And how that might be the key.
yep. I will remind you of something your character knows. The conch was your in to this, your hook into this party, because you noticed it on someone. But all you know is Faerun gave you the conch. You don't know where that conch came from.
Okay.
So if she has something about the conch, you got the conch, you had it, but then when you think back, you're like, yeah, you got the conch because you felt the presence that your patron told you that Faerun had this thing that it wanted, and then you got given it. But I don't think you've ever probed further as to
I've
where
never
the
asked where
conch
she
came
got it
from.
from.
Yeah.
I just emptied my bag out and said, "Oh,
Yeah.
like you said you liked it, and I just gave it to you."
Yeah.
I didn't tell you where I got it from.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, that's what you get with a 16 from what you've got on there. If there's other things, then we can do checks in before. But from what you've pulled out, you've essentially pulled her runnings in there. You knew that this has been years worth of work, of tracking, of manually trying to find. I would say that yeah, with the 16, you realised that you accidentally might be ahead of the game in that you know all of the items at least, even if you don't know exactly where they are, and you can then take her work to go with it. And you know that if she had a crew that was helping her do it, you definitely just murdered most of them, if not all of them.
Another thing that jumped out at me is she'd obviously tracked it to Faerun before I had it. So she'd obviously come across the Faerun before I had. Or the fact that Faerun had it before I had.
Yeah.
That's something I need to discuss.
Maybe that's why you couldn't see what's her face, because she was in disguise, and she's secretly the one who was chasing the conch.
Oh my god, he's worked it out.
Is that just the map? Is there anything on the documents, or is that all?
That's like kind of what that's the piecing it all together. The rest of the documents that are on there,
They were like the notes to the map, were they?
they were the notes. I would say, give me one last investigation check for the documents.
That's a 3.
3, no, that's what you get from there. So you essentially, that's what you've got. You've got that. Clearly, she's been tracking. She's built up a crew. That she didn't have any information on the helm. That having the fact that she had or has the conch, the earrings, and the amulet, she needs. She needs a trident and the helmet. And in her search for the trident, she thinks the conch is the key, and that's all that she's got to. You also know that she also wasn't on the boat, so you don't know if her learnings have gone on further from that, and it just wasn't documented because clearly she wasn't on the boat because you didn't find her and fight her.
And I'm in such great pain about it.
Cool. So you gather your stuff and go through this, and then you can ponder over and do whatever you want before you go back and join the rest. The rest of you make your way back to the Silent Dagger. It's only been a day since it's been there, but it still is pretty barren inside. A lot of the innards of the pub were cleared when it was cleared out by you guys many weeks ago. And downstairs you can hear Bo and Len having a bit of a backwards and forwards. Not quite an argument, but Bo's voice is getting a little bit fast and a little bit heated with old Len downstairs as these guys have been working away furiously on the plans for the forest. Are you going down to see him, or are you hiding from your poor druid friends?
Following Bonbon.
I will go down to see them.
Nice. So let me scroll back up. Nice. As you come in, you hear the tail end of a conversation where they are arguing about the origins and the almost like the science of the what's the word? I was going to say metabolic, but it's not the right word. The biology behind the tentacles and the mutations and things that's going on there, and you can see they're just like throwing different solutions backwards and forwards. Len is arguing that these things are like must be otherworldly or started otherworldly or are from different planes of existence, and it's not like it's not been seen before. And Bo is like, no, this is all just like more to do with curses and poisons, and so a mutation versus other planar explanation is what they are toying backwards and forwards with, just in like an intellectual battle. Blah, 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 as Bo is getting more and more irate with it in here, you would get the feeling from the backwards and forwards that Bo you already knew he was excited and driven to find out more and explore the Deathbloom and do his like duty on it. And the more he spends just looking over the same data with nothing new, he's just winding himself up into like a fever pitch of he's essentially becoming a bit of a madman about just the Deathbloom. So as you guys come in, Len goes, Len goes, oh thank God. As Bo turns around and goes, finally you're here. So, we've been going backwards and forwards about all sorts of stuff, but I've got all the information ready. We have got the latest picture. He's like, I've also spoke to Grom. Good to see. He's like, you all look kind of like shit. Have you been to sleep? Where have you been?
We've been out at sea for the night, and need to say we didn't get everything Otter hoped for, but we've helped Redvant a lot, so hopefully now we can possibly move on into the forest.
Wow.
And that's not vodka you can smell in our breaths.
I mean, each
I will offer the bottle to Bo if he wants, since he seems quite stressful.
He's like, not whilst I'm working. Come on, Von. I mean, do you want to go through this now? Because I don't want to have to. I mean, I like talking about it, but I don't have to do it twice. I don't see Otter. and you kind of look a little bit tired. I need you fresh and listening. We have objectives.
Fabian likes this version of Bo.
So he's like, so you want to debrief me now? You want to go for a sleep? You want to go for this? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? He starts like pulling some stools around. He's like, I found these in the storeroom. He like starts pulling you up, almost like a mini lecture. He has this giant one wall of this downstairs area. It's been like everything been cleared. There's just a side there which is just full of different paper organized into different piles and different things, and then the big map with certain things pinned on it, and then it's almost like underneath the pins is where he's got piles of paper, so they're not perfectly in line. It's like under this pin there's a pile of paper, under this pin there's a pile of paper, under this pin here there's a pile of paper, as he's built up the map and all the documentation that links up to what they know thus far about the Death Bloom and what the druids are doing as well. So he starts like
Is he going to give Is he going to give us a little seminar?
100%.
Can I go to sleep, please?
Yeah, that's what he's like. We can do this now, or we can do this when you're more awake. I mean, fresh in the morning. We can get some coffees in, you know. I just don't, like I say, I want you guys ready to attack this.
I should clarify, I meant go to sleep while he's giving the talk.
Perfect. You fall off the chair. You take a death sleep.
We've got the rest of the day, Bo, so we might as well go through this now.
Nice. Take a seat. So he will start explaining. We'll say, Otto, you can like listen and come in partway through this once you finish your bits. Bo will happily start again from the beginning and catch you up, but I'm not going to do that twice. So he will start first that he has contacted Grom, that the rest of the houses, or the druid houses, have started work, so they have the latest recon from the air druids. They are performing on the edge, on the like first couple of miles of the forest. They are performing checks. I was gonna get the map up for it. Do I want to get the map up for it?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but then there's not much to show on it. We'll do the map again, where I'll add the extra detail in the hex map. The air recon are out. They are checking. They are looking for any sign of movement, any sign of life. They report that across the border. Actually, maybe I will get the map up. Actually, let's take a pee break. Let me get the map up. That's a good point. So, as the seminar is about to start, we'll take a pee break. I'll turn the screen on, get the map up, so I can point to things, which will help me think about them as well. And then we'll go through Bo's findings. Because we didn't take a pee break last week, and that was bad. And why's the TV not turning on? All right, sweet. Quick wee break, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. Nice. So,
We need visual proof of the dog's existence.
of my dog's existence.
Yes.
I've shot them both. They were being naughty. One of them, the slight digress. One of them pooped. I think it was Bon. I'm pretty sure it was Bon. Pooped on the. We have a washing machine in a washing machine box outside in the garden because it's cool. It gives us more space in the kitchen. Bon pooped right on the mat, right in front of the washing machine. Miss Herb stepped in it this morning.
So this is why all mats live in the garden now, because the cats don't go in the garden.
Yeah, it's bad. So I got a message this morning saying, you never guess what I've just stepped in. And I was like, I'm glad I am in London at work, not dealing with dog shit on slippers. Anyway, so Bo updates you on a few things. One, I can use markers for stuff. We'll use a dragon. The air patrol are patrolling across this part. They've been sending out different people. Whee! Deployed just across the first couple of miles of the forest itself. The forest itself is deep and wide. So air druids have been performing some air patrols. They have noticed a few things. One, they haven't seen much out of. I'll put these people on where roughly. I can't remember where all the towns are. Willow's Glade, Reflection's Edge. I think there's one more in the middle. I think it was 3. So I should have got the other map up that has the settlements already on it. The Borderlands. Welcome to the Borderlands. Well, all your dreams will come true. Come on. Come on now. Log me in. Let's go. Fuck off. Ashley. Come on. Perfectamando. Yeah, that's the three of them. Cool. Reflection's Edge, where you met the Water Janazi and you sent Undriel on her merry way down. No real movement out of Reflection's Edge. Glimmering Hollow, where you met the Gnolls. Still, there are some people there. That is where the evacuation happened, where you moved the refugees from here up to Allhearth. But they are reporting that there are still some Borderlands folk living in the Glimmering Hollow, and the Willow's Glade the same. They've seen some movement of some, like 1 or 2 families, but that is almost barren. So they're seeing some movement of some people still living in the forest. They are not landing, so they're not getting any sight of whether they are, how many there are alive, if they're well, if they're Gnolls again, they don't know. All they know is there's more people in the middle than there is in Willow's Glade, but Reflection's Edge seems quiet. That the fire druids are still aiming for their plan to burn some of the forest to get it back. They have been convinced thus far to start on the far edge, on the Reflection's Edge, being as it's closest to Allhearth, and also the air druids have reported there's no people there. The fire druids will be making their way to the Reflection's Edge to set up camp and to start controlled burning of the forest, of the border forest that is closest to Allhearth, to try and stop a route of destruction, but it's not of like decay, of spread via that forest. They've also reported no visible signs across the borderlands themselves, so across the grasslands between, of any Deathbloom activity. They haven't seen anything that they've reported back on that. And yeah, sweet. Earth, you are working for the Earth Druids, and the Tides, they're pretty useless. They've all got the water stuff. So they that's the main Druid update. That's what the Druids are doing and what Grom has reported back. Grom is now desperate to get information from you guys as the embers are going to start burning. The air are already doing stuff, and Earth haven't done anything yet because they're waiting for you guys to get into the forest. So that is the Druid update. As he moves into the information found from the elves. So within Sylvanus' quarters and within the maps and the information that you pulled from there, the different documents and the stuff passed, there aren't any. There weren't any written commands. There weren't any like written, as you would expect, like the elves to pass on to the elves, or again how the druids are passing notes and passing messages. There's no official envoy. So he was like, we're pretty sure Deathbloom's not secretly just a bunch of people, because there were no official envoys like the Deathbloom is requesting you do this. But there are. He found correlations in a lot of the plans that linked to. Like goals or objectives that the elves were looking to do, which he thinks were implanted in them, whether they were passed into their brains or told to them or infected into them in some way. The frequency at which these come up and the words that are being used feel like there is some puppetry at play on the elves. Whether that be just Sylvanus or whether that be in Eden itself, so out here on the coast, and all of the elves themselves are done, doesn't know, but they're picking up. So the objectives that he had picked up from Sylvanus's paperwork, from Sylvanus's office, were around corrupting The words corrupting and intruders were used when discussing the plans around cutting off food and water supplies. Describing the people of Redvant as invaders of the Death Bloom, invaders of the Death Bloom space, invaders of the forest, and that the way we had to try and force them to abandon their encampments. So that was poisoning food sources, poisoning water supplies, shutting off wherever they can, using toxins to force the invaders to abandon encampments. That was one string of Sylvanus's kind of goals and plans. Another one that he pulled out was about... oh, crap. Have I got it in here? Hang on, I've not got it in my live column. Give me a second. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Oh no. Cool. Another one in light was talking about poisoning the heart of the invaders' civilizations. So striking directly at humanoid civilization, whether that be by poison or whether that be by any other means. That was one of the goals. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount that the elves had pulled out on this. There was lots of talk of like toxins and spores and using different areas, but there was a definite objective that if they could not be forced to abandon, then they would be forced to die. Essentially, they would be hit. You would hit them at their heart with potent toxins and spores straight in the cities and strongholds that were invaders' space. Essentially, they were in the space of the Death Bloom, and they would be used to kill. The elves had taken that and were looking at plans to disrupt the machines of industry of these cities as well. So you could see that there were plans to take out the beer port, to essentially halt the beer port and shut down Redvant's beer port. There was also talk of trying to shut down the ports, shut down the ins and outs of the ports by some means. And then you can see that obviously he had notes on there to say that they had noted that it was already being blockaded. But there were these activities and objectives that were being pushed out that were... The elves were concentrating on Redvant. Bo thinks that if these are the objectives that are the Death Bloom's objectives and been forced into the folk of Eden, the elves of Eden, and that's how they came to hit Redvant, there is nothing to say that they wouldn't be doing the same things maybe to some of these towns here. So if these people aren't already corrupted, that they could well be close to being corrupted. But if that's the case and the plan is to keep moving, then you've got kind of west to worry about and north to Allhearth to worry about as well. But they can't see at the moment any spread via the overground. So he's been trying to work out then where they got into the kind of fight between him and Len was all about how this is moving, how this was implanted. How do you convince humanoids to enact the plan of the Death Bloom? Is it something that is more extraplanar, or is it something that is more chemical based, and more actually it's just poison and toxins because we are creatures the same way that the animals and wildlife are creatures? But there is definitely a greater plan at play, and the Death Bloom doesn't seem to be just a natural defense. The way a Death Bloom that you have read about and studied about before, these are just plants that have had a stress put on them, and their response to that stress is to defend, and by defend they devour. So they become this all-encompassing devouring beast, which is what you thought this was at first, and Bo maybe thought this was a extra large Death Bloom. Something large has happened, something that's kicked off this defense mechanism, and it will eat everything in its path, a la giant ooze that just destroys everything without thought or feeling. What this is proving is that there may be some thought and feeling in there. There is a tactical plan to remove the invaders. It's doing the job of removing people that it thinks, but it is considering humanoids invaders, and it is strategizing and using humanoids to help enact its plan. So there is a level of intelligence above what you'd believed before. As Arta falls asleep.
Yeah, I didn't catch any of that. Can you repeat it all?
No. Yeah, there'll be a video
I
on
did
YouTube.
catch it out of character, don't worry.
There'll be a video next week. He'd be like, I just recorded it on this handy sending stone that Faven gave me. You can replay back at any time. So he has his hex map built up with the different areas that are on there. This is the hex map that we will use when you go into the forest, but that is the information they have at the moment. The druids are starting to move on at least the early levels. The far west is going to be dealt with by the embers. They will start burning the forest down to try and protect. But he has a few questions that he's kind of posing and running around in his mind. One, this definitely isn't just wild. There is something at play. There is something more intelligent here because there are plans that are being considered. The way that these words are being used makes it feel like someone's been almost like possessed or fed these words, because they're appearing the way they're appearing in the elves' documents made it seem so. But if they are planning to move on Redvant, they've stopped because the elves have gone now. But if Redvant is going to happen, then surely they're just going to keep moving on to Allhearth, maybe out to the Iron Hills as well, to the west. So how are they going to do that if it's not via... It's either via humans or it's via some other travel. So he's got some question marks. And that's everything that Bo's been working on.
Okay.
So yeah, he goes
Very
through. So
proud of you,
he is waiting to send message to Grom to let him know that you guys are starting to move, because Ember are moving, Air are moving, Tides will be doing some stuff with the rivers and patrolling, but they're less important in this state. And then Earth is, you are the plan for Earth. You are the force to go in and do stuff. He would also let you know, Von, that there's still no word from Tycho. He is still MIA.
Okay.
I don't know what you think, Van, but I feel like we need to get in there before the embers do. Their plan was just to set everything on fire. Is that right, Bo? Is
I
that
joined
still
those
their plan?
guys.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan to me.
It's an awful plan.
I mean-
Bo, is that still their plan from the last time that you heard?
Yeah, their plan
be
is still
controlled
to
fires.
controlled fire to burn down the. We have to, but I mean, controlled fires have helped before with certain areas. They are deeming that the safest way to stop this spreading north to Allhearth is to attack the forest closest to, and we have managed, from what I can understand, Grom and the council have managed to convince them to start in the area we know that there are the least amount of humanoids. Although, roll those who want to roll me a history check.
That's
That's a
15.
10.
17.
17 and 15. You think about the plan, think about the Reflections Edge and when you were there, and like, okay, cool, yeah, you remember those guys left, right? They were like, well, fuck it, we're not staying here. If you guys aren't staying here, you fought another hag in that area. You will also remember that the reason that it was empty is because the lizard folk had been leaving for the south.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that some people were moving into the forest for protection and living that way. So you are aware that actually there may be some people in that area that they're about to start burning down, just deeper into the forest than on the edge.
But also, if I remember correctly, the lizard people that came back were infected.
They were crazy cool. Yeah, they could fly. They were being controlled essentially and used by the hag.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, they had additional abilities that standard lizard folk wouldn't have had.
Yeah.
They were mutated in some way. But yeah, how much control they had over that? You know?
I will relay that to Bo to if he has a way of contacting the fire
He'll be like,
people.
sweet, I will give that back to Grom.
But
because
also
he's
at the same time, it's like, well, for now they're starting with small controlled fires, but I mean, we heard the way they were speaking back at the Druid's house. It'll only be a matter of time before that goes on beyond small controlled fires.
I think especially when they see the creatures of the forest, they'll panic and just think, set fire to the lot.
Yeah.
Faywin gives Bo a piece of paper from her pad so that he can add the lizard folk note and add it to his board.
He's like, thank you.
It's embossed as well, remember.
Oh, perfect. Yes, they will. They can use and will use controlled fires, but they are deeming the Death Bloom the largest threat, and therefore anything below is not deemed maybe worth taking into their plan. I will pass this on to Bo, but they to Grom, but they have. This was their compromise. I think they wanted to start across the board, but we have managed to, or Grom and the council have managed to agree that they should start at the riverside. For again, having the river will give us some strategic advantage, we believe, in the end. So they will start there, but we will pass on that we know that there are folk there. But unfortunately, if they are mutated and you have already slain some, I don't think it's going to slow them that much.
Did Grom say, and did you tell Grom of what I told you the other day?
Yeah. Yes. He kind of looks at everyone. He's like, and everyone's like, this is a free conversation. This is like a you and I conversation.
This is a free conversation.
He's like, I made Grom aware. He was a little disappointed, perhaps, but he knew something was going on. He suspected something. The interesting thing, he is, as far as I'm aware, was inspecting as what had happened and who was in control of the specimen, and was waiting to hear back. The Commonwealth were being a little bit shady about what had happened to this specimen that had been dropped off after we had shown some interest in it.
Wait, you mean our vampire?
I believe the Vortanus Institute had named it a mind flayer.
Vampire!
Okay, I mean, there are many names for many creatures across cultures, so...
I just roll my eyes at Bo.
Vampire! I just wake up from my sleep. I'm like, vampire! Where?
There he is.
See? I don't know.
Where's the vampire? Another one. There's another one. Where?
He's behind you!
I was having a nice dream, and now...
So...
I'm like looking all around, panicked.
Yeah. There's no vampire, it's fine. So, this is the plan. So he has it, but he's like, we have appropriately gridded up the forest with different points of entry, but I leave it to you guys to decide. And he's like, from the topographical survey, we can just see topographical survey. Just birds flying above, telling you what's going on. We can see the areas of the forest which are thicker, which are more dense, and will be harder to travel through to help with your planning. But it's really up to you. You can go in with one of the other forces if you would prefer to go in with the Embers and help control that side. We can obviously, you will travel over to the west and go in from the west. Of course, you have entry points with the small borderland settlements that are already within the forest, or of course, we are right on the doorstep of it here in Redvant. So there are many entry points, but your ability to travel through, we'll try and give you as much information as we can. And as I pull more information from the rest of the Druid team, we are keeping a map here and a map in Allhearth that should reflect exactly the war positions of all parties to ensure we don't clash.
Excuse me, Bait, I have a question.
Yes.
Where on this map is Jenny the Hag's hut? I think Faywin wants to go there.
I stare at Zaga and give him a glare.
Why are you glaring at him?
I do want to go there, Zaga, you're right. Bo, Zaga has a scrying spell, and he managed to lock on to Andriel twice now, if not 3 times, I think. But she was seen going into Jenny the Hag's hut. But the last time he tried to get in contact with her, she just vanished, and we think maybe Jenny has taken her to another plane. Is that right, Zaga? Is that what you said?
Well, I couldn't see her when I tried the spell again. And I think that's one of the things that stops the spell from working.
I at this point say aloud, that's what he said.
Yeah, that is what he said.
Exactly. Thank you, Bonbon. Look at
what
Bonbon
he said.
annoyingly.
Faven thinks that Bonban's just agreeing that I got it right.
One man's just putting making the point, like taking the point
Yeah,
home. He's like, this is what happened.
That's what she said.
I just thought I'd update because I know that you did know Andriel.
I did. Well, I knew of Andrea and her movements. So, I mean, is she contactable within? I mean, if she's not contactable because she's on another plane, that feels like a lost. Could you see where she was? Would you be able to pinpoint where she was? Like, could we add her to the map?
He described it, but it was just a forest, right? It's like the first time you saw her, and
The first time she was in the forest. The second time I noticed she was approaching Jenny the Hag's hut.
Okay.
We don't know her current location, Bo, so don't pinpoint anything on the map.
I think you should put it on the map.
We do know on the map though where Jenny's thing is because we had the map from Bryn,
Yeah,
and
this-
that
Yeah,
had
yeah. Put a note that says Andriel there.
So yeah, the map that he has overlaid the routes. So the white, it's not as clear actually from back here. But yeah, the white routes were the routes that Bryn was taking throughout. Jenny is just south of the Glimmering Hollow. So where they've seen that some people are still alive, south of where the knolls were. So the embers are going to start from over here. So you have entry points in from the big city. So Reflection's Edge, Glimmering Hollow, Willow's Glade, and Redvant will all take you down. The hexes that are covered in trees are where he's saying it's more dense. It's going to be difficult to move through. And from the notes from Bryn, we know that there are old ruins of settlements in those areas with settlements. And this is Eden, the one on the far side. This is the Elven town, which he's assuming is off limits. In that the Sylvanas and crew came from Eden and they were pretty messed up, so we don't know what the deal is for Eden. So Bryn's road took him via Jenny into the south. That was the way that he followed. So if you wanted to follow Bryn's footsteps, that's where he started from. But you are here at the moment. So again, anywhere you want to travel, you're going to be traveling across to travel down. But traveling across the Borderlands is going to be safer than... That's what she said to me. So yeah, it's up to you.
Bait. Go ahead, Bonbon.
I was just going to ask how many more of your sending bottles have you got?
We did say that we could grab you some ingredients from the forest if you need them.
For sending bowls?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't make sending bowls.
I thought before because I was being cheeky trying to rob one, and he said we can gather the materials and make stuff.
I think he just wanted supplies.
Yeah.
I've got one left on me.
He only has 3 left.
Does he have other ways of contacting Grom, or is it only through the bottles?
He only has ways of contacting Grom from the bottles, but he will now be in. They will coordinate with him. So Allhearth will call Bo. Bo will report back, and then Bo has the bottles to call back if he needs to. Yeah.
I was just thinking, Bo, because I could maybe try and contact Tycho with one to see if he will listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should spry on him.
I thought you could only do that once a day, Zaga.
Yeah, I thought that too, Zaga.
No, I became more powerful a little while ago. I think we all did.
He's probably on another plane of existence with Andrew, I imagine.
It'd be a good place to hide.
Don't
Plus,
say-
he always wanted to go see where the vampires are from.
Do we have to go see the hag?
You've
Oh, I forgot you made a deal with the hag.
got.
I didn't just make a deal. I look to the skies, even though we're inside.
That's right, you did. The thought of it gives Otter another wet dream.
She's a fine-looking lady.
She was a sexy old beast. I mean, heck. Cool. So yeah, that is the news from Bo. So he has the map drawn up. He has hexagraphed it for you to make it easy for you to travel. What a nice guy. But is leaving the choice of it to you. The only push is that he is trying to get.
Bait. When do we have to go and do this? Have we got some time? Can we take a vacation first?
Oh yeah, definitely take a vacation. Yeah, of course. We're not, waiting to find out whether we're all gonna die. I mean, maybe the elves are just around the corner waiting to attack Redvant again. Who knows? No. We need to go.
Are they?
We need to start moving. Well, I mean, we can allow the embers just to keep burning the forest and wait to see what happens. But we agreed that you would be the team that go in and find out what's going on.
I like those embers. They got the right idea.
I'd like to go in.
The right idea, burning down the forest, Saka.
That's where
I mean, it's diseased.
Name one time scorched earth's never worked.
See?
That's what I do.
Can I do a history check?
Yeah.
That is a nat 20 on whether scorched earth has ever not worked before.
There's definitely times you remember where you set fires and come back and they were still burnt out areas. Real bad times.
I keep this to myself.
Yeah. Oops. That time when I set that farmer's field alight by accident when I forgot to put my campfire out, and then I came back the next year and the farm had closed and that family had moved on and they'd fallen apart because they couldn't.
They'd moved on to the ground.
Yeah.
I would say that means the scorched earth worked.
Depends what you were trying to achieve.
Good to
Get
know.
rid-
If you're
Get
trying to
rid of
achieve
all the
destruction, then yeah, it works every single time.
We're in danger of
Come
fucking
on.
I
about.
mean, that's kind of our point with the forest, though, is it not?
No,
Depends
because
what
the
you want to
forest
take
is my home.
Oh yeah,
Really?
you know there are creatures and people that live in the forest. There is no one.
I thought
can
the
be
Druid's
for
Grove was your
sure.
home.
No, the Druid's Grove.
I'm Von from the Druid's Grove.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Von from the Druid's
Faywin
Grove.
is glaring at this point. At every single one of you apart
You
from Bob.
also know no one can be sure how many or who they actually are, but those ruins of towns were fully functioning towns that were sacrificed when the border forest was created after the war. But those people were kind of forced to leave them because they were going to grow all these trees. The Druids were going to put this forest in place. Most of them went north or south. Most went north because of who they were. Those that didn't want to go into towns settled in the borderlands. But there were probably a fair few people that stayed behind and are living deep within the forest, or have been for 500 years living within the forest. You know that it's not just a barren forest. It is full of life, whether that be humanoid or creatures, mix of both. Definitely some will be some Fey influences in there, as well as the types of beasts that come out of there, and the wood elves are the ones that kind of manage that.
So what you're saying is burning down the forest is returning the world to its natural state.
No.
Well,
I'm saying
the
if you
forest
burn down a
create-
forest, you'll be killing loads of people potentially as well.
But there are souls there.
Exactly, plenty of souls.
So many souls.
It's a good thing we got some of the refugees out, even though there's still people there, as
Yeah.
explained by Bo.
Yeah.
Not that Art knows this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the people that they've seen living, they've just seen people living there. But you knew when you evacuated the Glimmer and Hollow, not everyone went. Vast majority of people left, but not everybody would have left their homes. People would have stayed behind, just belligerently. They'd take their chances. So that is what you have ahead. Bo is obviously quite pushy in trying to get you guys to pick when you're going to go, or pick at least a plan so he can report back to Grom to say you are going to go and enter via this point. But I suppose it is up to you. So mechanically, if you go via Redvant, you can just leave straight down and go into Redvant. If you want to go to Jenny the Hag, you're probably best traveling over to the Glimmer and Hollow first, then traveling into the forest. But you could also hex crawl through the forest if you want. You would assume that traveling via the Borderlands is going to be slightly safer than hacking your way through the forest to get there. It seems silly to go through the forest to get to an entry point when you could go through the the relative safety in Down, and you're kind of friends with the hobgoblins anyway, the blood caps. So,
I will. Can we just say, rather than RP, I relay all this through sending stone to the hobgoblins?
yes. Oh, and what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I suppose they probably would have seen the druids making their way down, wouldn't they, as well?
They would have seen the druids making their way. The druids are on their way down, so they haven't actually got there yet. So they've got a couple of days travel to start getting there. So they wouldn't have seen him yet. I would say that you get back a message from the hobgoblins. You relay that information. I suppose they would be share for a share. They would relay back that they haven't seen anything from where they are in the middle of the Borderlands, that they feel pretty safe. But they repeat again that they had found something underground, that they had been exploring underground and they had found something underground. They've been exploring the kind of the roots there. Remember, they had that giant hole in the middle of their base that went through to the kind of maybe not quite the Underdark, but into what lies beneath, and that they've found something that they're like, ooh, that's stopping us.
I relayed back to the group, particularly Von, because I know he was interested in what was under there.
Yeah.
So when are we? Sorry, I've just woken up. When are we going to this forest? Can I sleep
mean,
first, like properly?
We will proper sleep before going out, but
So we're going tomorrow.
as long as Ottar is happy to go tomorrow as well.
I need to speak to Faywin first.
Why?
That's something said in private.
Okay. I need to speak to Vaughn as well.
Why does no one need to speak with me?
I do need to speak to you as
Maybe
well.
because you.
Why? No, I'm all right. I'm okay. I don't actually want to be spoken to. I just want to be thought of. I feel like she's going to tell me off. I say aloud. Even after she set fire to me, maybe she wants to set fire. She's going to set fire to me again.
Again?
I no longer want to speak to you, Arthur.
Okay.
Even
Excellent. And I do like a little like fist cheer in the
The Mario hop.
base, with the cape billowing.
Otter, shall we go and speak?
Sure.
Yeah. So Bo starts, going through and adding the information about Andriel, trying to plot. He will go down and try and potentially estimate Andriel's path if she's in the forest, areas she might be, if she was on the river and then end up in the forest. So he'll start spec. But essentially, he's just going to speculate because that's a new piece of information to him to start speculating about. So fuck it, he might as well spend some time doing that. Sweet. Faywin and Otter, you can disappear off. There's enough space in the silent dagger.
Yeah, I don't want to go to my room. We're going to a different room.
You remember?
It's going to take your soul.
I kill her.
Roll for initiative. No, you remember that conch you kind of gave me?
Yeah. That was a while ago, but yeah.
It was. May I ask where you got the conch?
Oh, goodness. Where did I get it from? We've collected so many things over the past couple of weeks that why do you ask? Out of character, by the way, I know exactly where I got it from.
I know you do. We know you're just playing with them. Finally, they need something from you. The shoe is on the other foot. Have fun.
From the day I took a map and some documents from the ship before it sank.
Mm-hmm.
And your name was scribbled on there.
My name? What? Why was my name on the ship?
The map had details of items are the things I'm looking for and where they were. And the conch was what listed in different places, and on that map was your name. And also said the conch is the key, or could be the key. Now, I never did ask where you found that. And it would seem that perhaps before I even knew you, or certainly before I received the conch, the Water Witch knew of you had it in your possession.
But how would the Water Witch have known?
That I don't know. And as perhaps you're also in danger. I don't know. This is why I'm asking where you got the conch, so we might find out this information. Because if they knew you had it, maybe they've been tracking you for a while, or tracking the conch. Who knows? More likely the conch, but as you came into possession of it, you could be in danger.
That's really, really scary. Can I see the map that had my name on it?
You may. I'll give her the map and the correspondence documents.
Mm. Yeah, sorry. So it would have your description more than your name.
Yeah. Okay, I'll flip through the documents. Try and remember as much of what it is as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the key. I'm pretty sure. How many weeks ago would it have been now, roughly?
Oh my god.
Because there's been a lot that's happened in the last.
It's about a year and a half ago in the game.
Yeah.
I know.
That's probably like 4 weeks ago, isn't it, or something like that? At
Yeah,
least.
let me find it. Had to.
I can't even remember where we got it. I know where, but I don't know where. If it was in the forest or out the forest.
I know exactly where. And I'm not telling you because you're a cheater.
I know it was where that old woman and the lizard person was. I just don't know whereabouts on the map that was.
I think that was
Yeah.
like the second. Go to Old Bridge.
It was a real long
It's
time.
before we went into the cavern with the water. And for the
It
water.
was with the Myconids before we went there.
Oh, it's before then, yeah. It was
Before the Myconids.
Yeah, it was
It
L'Oreal.
was the
grandma.
it was the flood.
Oh, yeah, you had to find it.
With the
It was the
elementals.
flooded shrine.
That was
wasn't
that was the first week.
Yeah, that was the elementals.
Meadow. There we go. Something
And
like
then I chatted to her and asked her to teach me everything she knew. And she was like, don't know about that, but here's a shell.
So I remember all that. I just don't remember if it was actually in part of the border forest or whether
it was at the top of the Borderlands.
to the top of the Borderlands. Yeah. Oh yeah, Fabian given Conch. Day 10. We are on day 48. Nearly 49. So it's a month ago.
Can I roll a history check to see how much Faywin would remember?
It's only been a month, so you should be okay. But if there's stuff that you want to be reminded of, you can roll a history check.
While Herb's got the got the history up.
Yes, I've got all of the pages open.
I rolled a 13 on the history check.
13. So what are you trying to recall? Where it came from?
yeah,
Where-
yeah.
Where I got it from.
So, you 13. You would remember Lariel very well. Old elven historian,
Grandma.
like a grandma. Yeah, into books, looking after stuff. Was being protected by the lizard folk shaman. And you remember that she was just a very kindly old lady, and you would save them from the whatever weird water things were attacking their temple. Do you know it was from a temple?
Oh yeah,
of
we
some
were
sort?
underground, weren't we?
Yeah. You fought in a
I
temple,
remember
and then
now.
you found a way to open the temple, and inside were the lizard folk and L'Oreal, and they were hidden inside under this temple.
So I relay that to Otter,
Mm-hmm.
but then
Yep.
I don't want to tell him the name of the lady.
Okay.
Just that I got it when we were at that area.
You know,
Just give-
you know that was the Thorn family, because the reason you were there was to try and get the actual location to the Willow's Glade. So you know that the Willow's Glade and the River Haven, which is where you went to, that set on that temple, they are both run by the same family. There's 3 families that run across the Borderlands, and they're families, inverted commas. They're just like adopted families, but kind of east side is run by the Thorns, middle is run
Oh,
by
there was a
the-
lizard that spoke Draconic there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So I don't want to give her name
No, that's
I just want to give the location.
so it's on the edge of the border forest. It's on.
Yeah, we went there on our way to the Willow's Glade.
It's further north.
Much further north.
Not. Well, it's like it was a day. I think it was like a day north versus to then like 2 days south to get back to the forest. You came out across from where Redvant is. You have to turn right to go north away from the forest to go to this, and the rivers that run it back towards the Willow's Glade. So if you want to go to the temple place, you'd be going into the borderlands, closer towards the hobgoblins than you would be going towards the forest.
So I don't want to explain the exact location of the shrine. It's more because at this point she doesn't really know why her name was on a map. She's a bit taken back by that, or her description was. So it's more just like the general location, and I was gifted it when we went there and helped some people.
With a 13, I will also. You were gifted it as a something to present. Yeah, something to present to the Sentinels, the Formwind Sentinels. If you found them. Luckily, when you found the Formwind Sentinels, one of them was Mirror, so you kind of bypassed having to do any checks. But it was given to you as this is a sign to prove you've come with my blessing, or like with the blessing of either the thorns or the temple or whatever it is. That's what it was gifted to you for. It wasn't just like, here's a nice conch, you're a nice lady. It was like, use this and you shouldn't have trouble with the Sentinels. But then when you got there, it was kind of like, oh, Mirror's here, so actually we don't need to worry about having problems with the Sentinels.
Okay. Oh, thank you for that, Faven.
It might be it's Mirror as in Arthur's mirror, isn't it? It's a sentinel.
Mirror. Yeah.
You may want to. So I won't give all of the details about the key bit, but you may want to speak to Arthur, because when I was gifted it, it was kind of like to show the sentinels, and at the time Mirror was there, so Arthur might know more about why that would have allowed, like, given us that permission, I guess, or that blessing.
Mirror stuff's her own stuff. Like, you've got to speak to her.
You're not there.
No, but that's exactly the kind of response I was
You
expecting.
hear a voice in your head. Yeah, two can do this.
Yeah, let's not go over there with that. I don't expect much. And if it is connected to Mira, she's up in all health.
Yeah, but I mean, to give him credit, he's really taking his cleric responsibilities.
He is.
He might tune in a little to Mira's sentinel ways. He may have come across things. It doesn't look like we've got much to go on here, apart from our descriptions on a map, which is very unnerving. So there's no harm in asking, right?
Okay. Well, I guess there's no harm in asking him. With that, I'm done with the conversation with Fabian. I thank her for her time.
I thank you for your time.
200 gold.
Nice. Who else wanted to do something? Someone, I'm sure there was a conversation somewhere.
I went to speak to Von Van.
Oh yeah.
I want to go to
Dagger
bed
is still sticking by Bonbon's side.
I want to go to bed and barricade myself in my room so no one asks me any questions.
Nice. Get in the morning. I like Otto comes back and he's like, "Fucking your turn." Go to see a teacher. Fucking dog.
At least we have proof of dog's existence.
Yeah, she just keeps by the door, walking and staring at me, and walking out. It's the big bitch. Von, Fabian?
I will head into the room, speak to Fabian.
Faerun is holding her Feywild shard as you come in.
Is
Zagreus
Kay
still
when watching
follows.
the screen?
Yes, obviously. I'm waiting.
You say you followed in, Zaga.
Yeah, Zagreus still following.
Are you visible? Invisible?
Yeah, visible. I'm just, wandering and whistling to myself.
I think it's a private conversation, Zaga.
What? No, we're all friends here.
Well, we weren't when you were trying to charge me to scry on Undriel, Zaga.
I mean, that was just a joke. You know me.
That is true. You are incredibly funny.
Exactly.
I
So what's up?
I wanted to have a private word with Von Van just about
Dog tax.
about what happened on the ship. Just wanted to get his advice on something. That's all.
Are you gonna apologize for fireballing him?
I have already apologized, but yes, it's a sensitive subject. But I just
Oh, it sounds good. Zaga takes a seat.
I put a face at Von Van like.
I mean,
So-
you both could do this telepathically.
I know, but at the same time, it's just like
what? Oh, Zago, I
Yeah, don't mind me. Go ahead.
I will telepathically say to Faywin, Zaga lied about Undreal.
what out loud?
Zaga's just looking at the ceiling, just...
And then telepathically, but also kind of shouting, "What?"
When he was scrying, I looked into his mind and could tell that he was saying what he wanted you to hear, get us to go to Jenny.
Why? But why would he do that?
His bagpipes.
You are kidding. Not even he's that sly, surely. How
It's like
could
just
you
still
do
in the
that?
room.
Yeah, Zaga's still staring at the ceiling, wondering
We're
why
just
he was
telepathically
so
talking to each other.
They're just looking at each other. It's like it's just silence in the room. It's like,
But you can see my face. My facial
This silence
expressions
is
aren't
awkward.
hidden. Like I'm facially very angry, but telepathically talking. But why? He said that she was in the forest, and that made sense. And then you were there. When I mean, how would you know that he was lying?
I went inside his brain when he was scrying.
Awful. You, I mean.
creepy.
And he was faking?
Yes, well, I can't confirm he was before, but that most recent time he was.
But why wouldn't he just say that he wanted to go and see Jenny? Why would he bring Andrea into this? Faywin's eyes are welling up with tears.
I guess he it must look so weird as that.
Yeah. Just sat looking
Just
at her
suddenly
when
out of
the phone
nowhere,
starts
she
crying.
starts.
The fucking helps.
Are you guys gonna talk anytime soon? I don't have all day here.
Well, you can leave.
No, I'm quite comfortable.
So yeah. I guess if there's more people that want to do it, it's more likely to get everyone there.
He can just ask. Okay, I think we're done here. Out loud.
We are? No one said anything.
I was saying Zaga's head, didn't we?
You creepy fuck! Both in my head and out loud.
Yeah. Which you're trying to work out how the best way to do it, of like to think, say it, and say it. It's like, nice.
I did have another question for Von Van, but that sort of derailed me a bit. That news that Zaga could possibly lie to me.
What was the other question?
Are there any fields near here? Or like flat plains where there aren't lots of people?
I mean,
You're a parrot.
vast parts of the Borderlands are fields, right? Or effectively fields.
So the whole fireball thing, not to dwell on it or anything, I know it was just yesterday, but I got this shard from my mother. This is telepathically because I'm not letting Zaga know I got jewellery, little rat. And before, when I woke up, it kind of had all of its power, but now it seems that I need to use Fey magic to give it its power back, and that's what I did on the boat. And kind of set fire to things, so I just want to be in an open area to be able to recharge its magic, I guess, or at least try again. But I'm a bit worried, so maybe you could be on hand with a shape water in case it happens again.
I can always, always have the ability to do it. So if I need to, I can.
Okay, I'll give you a heads up next time.
Just want to fire on myself.
Is
To be
Von
fair,
is Von shaken with PTSD?
Remember the birds.
to be fair, Faywin doesn't know that she can
Yeah, I
do
know.
different things with it. So
I'm just looking at my one purple arm and my other scorched arm.
Kind of matching almost.
singed fringe.
Yeah.
I need to recharge it before we go fight. It's a bit like when I had all the fruit and I needed a babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
But this time with some jewelry. Okay, I'll let you know when I'm gonna
Okay.
attempt it.
Sweet. Nice. So,
Zaga will follow Bonbon when he leaves the room.
yeah. Good to know.
I'm gonna go to the where the behind the counter was, as the pub.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put the rest of that vodka bottle up on the shelf,
Nice.
on one of the shelves. And also, I just noticed in the bag of holding, I've got 5 bottles of whiskey that I'm going to also put up on there.
Ooh, we're starting to get some stock. Nice. Yes, yeah. If there are plans before you head out that you want to get things underway, we can do so off stream as well. But look at what you want to, if you want to have some rooms set up, and we can leave that in the capable hands, pardon me, of the Red Hoods to set up for you.
Yes.
Card table. We want gambling and a boxing ring.
You can have whatever you want within reason.
And some squash.
There is plans for gambling.
Gambling. We want to make more money. We're going to use Zaga's gold too. What? Perfect. So yeah, you have the plans through. So you have your different areas that of interest. It's for you now to you take an evening's rest if you'd like, and start thinking about what supplies you might need, where you want to go, what is your route to plan. Remembering,
Can we click the long rest?
yeah. We'll say that you spend that time going through, setting stuff up, spending some time to yourself, and then can long rest as we go through to the next day.
Would Bo have let me use one of the things to contact Tycho, or would he ask us to do it for our own back?
I think he'd ask you to do it for him. If you've only got 2 sending things left, and you haven't even gone into the forest yet, I think he'd be like, well.
Yeah, okay.
If you'd been in a few times to come back, I think he would be like, yeah, right then. Which means you're on day 49, which is one day before the amulet.
Yes.
When I wake
Counting
up,
down the days.
When you are?
when I wake up, the first thing I want to do is use both my spell slots to use the spell magic on the chests.
Nice. Okay, cool. Where are you doing this?
In my room.
In your room. Nice. So, give me a second, because I'm seeing a different screen. You use both your charges, both of your powers to dispel magic on the chest. As you cast dispel magic on one, you see this. You can see where the hinge and the seal is. You see the boxes just open slightly. As you do the same on the second one. As you can see, these are 2 small chests, and as you lift the lid, you can see inside on this like deep like velvet, like quilting and cushion in there, are 2 items that are quite familiar to you. You find. You have... Oh, fucking, I'm scrolling like an absolute madman. I should have been leaving this page open. You have the conch. And you have the earrings. The Tears of Drowned Maiden. So add to your inventory the Conch of Seaward Calling and the Tears of the Drowned Maiden. And as these open and you kind of reach in and over them, as you see them open, your vision just starts to like blacken out, like hone in everything outside your whole peripherals just goes into this deep, dark, black swirls of almost like smoke, but like within water, just clouding out until you are focused on these two things, seeing these two items, remembering what these items meant. You feel a warmth inside you as the souls of the night before are released, and you hear a voice that you haven't heard for a while, even though you've been apart from when you collected souls and gave them over of your patron. Good. Finally. Now, seek more. As I would like you to remove the patron's revenge feat. That feat is no longer worthy, as you have items and artifacts of your patron. You are now useful again and are no longer required to collect souls.
Done. And can I also use the sending stone?
You can. So yeah, as these two things go in, you feel, you feel the pull, you feel the warmth enter you. Again, almost like with those souls being drawn out, it almost feels like your soul has been refilled. You feel like a small fire, and it's the control of the power you have. It's like regaining back that control of magic that you were always dicing with each time you used it. As that kind of clears and you feel yourself settle, you see the stone just on the side next to you, and it has the glimmer back to it to state that it is available to be used.
I just want to say into it, I have my conch. I have the earrings. I'm coming for the rest of it.
You wait as like what feels like minutes, but in reality is only seconds pass, as you get a message back that just says, "You've made this personal. I long to see you at the next artifact, but this time I won't be playing nice. If you take one of mine, I will take all of yours."
And I can't reply, sadly.
No.
What were you going to say? Like, your mum?
Yeah, no, but I'll kill you first, innit? Yeah, fuck you.
Ooh, you're hard.
Yep. Sweet.
And I'd done the earrings.
Yeah. So yeah, you with that time you can attune to whatever you need to attune to as you put them in. But yes, you no longer will need. You now have control. There's no need to roll dice after you use spells. If you remove that patron's revenge, you no longer need to collect souls, which is a relief for most of us, but probably not so good for you.
Doesn't mean he can't collect souls, does it?
Well, there's no need. He has no need to collect souls. His job was to collect souls to feed the patron, but now he has devices.
Can I do it for brownie points?
Well, the only problem is you'd have to roll for unstable magic as well, and I also feel like it's a creepy thing. I shouldn't be encouraging you to do weird or creepy things.
Cheeky question.
Yep.
Do I have time to short rest as well?
Yeah.
Regain my
Unless you guys are leaving first thing in the morning. Yeah.
Well, I need to discuss about plans anyway.
Yeah.
I do have a question before I go for a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
So, is the room I'm staying in, does it have a window?
Yeah, I think all of you would have windows in your bedrooms.
Okay, perfect. And what time of day is it roughly?
When you go to bed?
Well, what time of day is it when I went up before they had the little conversations?
It depends if you went to sleep then. It would have been in the. It probably would have been in the early afternoon. So it's your choice
That's
when you went
excellent
to bed.
for me. So what I want to do is open the window and say, I'm not really sure how to do this old praying thing, and I think I should probably be doing it. And I aim a shatter spell in the middle of the sky.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you fire out a crackle of shatter into the sky above Redvant in the middle of the day.
Yep.
Roll a d20 and add your magic modifier, your spell attack modifier.
So is that to cause a storm? Is that what that does?
No, it won't cause a storm. It's only a 13.
13. You hear, as you set it off and you're waiting to like see something, you just hear.
No, I wasn't trying to wait to see something. I
Oh,
was just
okay.
doing it.
You hear someone go, ah! And that's it.
Okay, maybe I won't do that again. And then I kind of look up to the sky, and then I'm like, close the window, close the blind, close the curtains, and go to bed.
Go for a long run. You can get like a good 12-hour sleep.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking 15.
Oh yeah, you get that's. I mean, that's you guys. You had the whole afternoon and night to go, so yeah, you guys are flying. So yeah, you could, depending on what you guys do in the morning, you could easily take a long rest. There was no plan for you to get up and get going straight away, so it's up to you. Just I'm letting you press the long rest button. It's up to you to decide where you want to go from there. Yeah, so you take long rests. Wake up in the morning. Is there anything you would like to clarify? Anyone want to go? Any plans you want to start talking about? Because you will need to, think about heading out. How are you going to head out? I will remind you again that like there's no long resting unless you're in a safe place. So how will you be achieving said safe place? Have you thought about that? Are you going out and coming back? There's lots to, dare I say, use the P word. But yes, you may need to plan.
With my wearing my new earrings, I do say I'm willing to go into the forest, but I do need to go and speak to this lady who had the conch to find out about it. And I'll also, at the same time, I'll ask Carter if he knows anything about it and why it's significant.
Oh, we can go see her on the way to Jenny the Hag's hut.
That's fine with me.
Oh, yes, Jenny the Hag's hut. Because we're going there, aren't we, Zaga? To see Undriel, aren't we, Zaga?
I mean, I don't know why you're saying it like that. Yeah, definitely.
We've been weird. So yeah.
Why else would it be like that?
So that's where where you want to go.
Right. Okay.
So this was the river stop place where you found the dwarf, the one that you set alive with the firebolt. That's Willow's Glade. So yeah, it's going north to going south, and like somewhere over here is where you run into the.
Where's the hobgoblins?
Yeah, somewhere around this middle area. They operate
there.
across here, so you hit the hobgoblins somewhere in the center, just above this circle, but they operate across the whole range. So you could find them in part. If you were choosing to meet up, they have campments everywhere. The main camp that you went to is more central. So it's all about whether you want to travel in, travel up, go to Willow's Glade and go down. If you're going to go Jenny, you want to go to more central. I can't remember what it's called. I thought it was Willow's Glade actually. No,
Glimmering Hollow?
Glimmering Hollow, yeah. Willow's Glade and Glimmering Hollow. I always get them wrong. Yeah, Glimmering Hollow. Yeah, whether you want to go towards there because that is the one that was closest. You walked from there. You know the route from there to Jenny because you've taken it before. So yeah, that is your next plan of attack. What is the route you would like to take, and then when would you like to set off? But yeah, you know you can get rest in. I would say you can get rest in any of the borderland towns. If you can get access to the temple, you could rest at the temple because these are places you've been before, so you feel pretty comfortable. But from there, once you start venturing into the forest, it's either coming back to those places or finding a way of resting in those places, or in the forest, or coming all the way back. But coming back's pretty long trek.
I want to ask Fon if he's interested in going to see what the hobgoblins found underground. It might have some significance.
I mean, there is pathways into beneath the forest that could be of use.
I think it'd be wise finding out what they found at least.
They give us extra knowledge to take back to Bo, wouldn't it?
Exactly. And I would, satisfy everybody. I'm not willing. I don't have to go and fight this witch now. that can happen later. But I do need to find out about this conch before I go into the forest. And then once I found that out, and the death plume can be sorted.
So where do you need to go for that?
To that place, where the conch was found. Faerun gave me a general idea. It would seem to be on the way, from what I can gather, it'd be on the way to the hobgoblins anyway. So it'd be kind of killing two birds with one stone.
So, so if we go there to the hobgoblins, spend the night there, then head down into the forest from Glimmering Hollow, maybe the best way to go.
Yeah.
At least then we have a idea of some paths to take.
And who knows, the information the hobgoblins have might serve as best in going into the forest.
Yes, it may well help us.
Maybe it could even help us get into the forest.
Well, most likely will be, if it's as I believe, there will most likely be pathways down into the forest from there. We just don't know where we'd come out, that's the problem. While we have a certain area mapped out above ground, we would be going blind underground.
I mean, knowledge is power, right? The more knowledge we can gather going in, the better it'll serve us.
Yes. Yeah, well, we should at least check it out anyway.
Yes, I think so too.
Faerun pokes her head round the door. Bonban,
Yes.
I was just wondering, you know that thing I said about yesterday?
Yes.
At this point, I'll leave the room,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go and find Arta.
You free to do it now if we go and find a little place to maybe set things on fire?
Maybe we go out to where the elf camp was and do it there.
Just got to say, out of character, these two are the worst elves ever, setting fire to the forest.
Listen here. It could be a unicorn, alright? But Faerun doesn't know that.
I've got great water ready for just dousing out any flames that happen straight away.
Yeah. And there won't be any elves at the camp because we got rid of all of them.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, we can go there if that's alright. Let's tell the others in case we don't come back.
I mean, we're gonna come back.
Yeah, but if there's more elves, they might have secret reserves or something. We just don't know what these people are.
Okay.
Can we just teleport there?
Yeah.
So I can roll this awful.
Can we just teleport there? And you can walk there. You'll walk every single step, and we will listen to you do it live on the internet. Yeah, you guys can make your way down for the day down to Old Bridge. Can see as you get down to Old Bridge, yeah, a lot of that area has been cleared. Again, the Red Hoods have been here and cleared out any bodies and stuff up there. They've gone through and cleared out anything useful within the buildings as they are obviously starting to work out some stuff. You can see there's some movement about here as well, as if potentially Viper might have forgot to tell you when they were going to do the little memorial service. So as you guys arrive, you can see there's a few people around.
Yeah.
There's people around in the north, but you can go closer to the forest. If you go closer, you know the bridge where you fought the troll and stuff in the first instance.
Yeah.
You realize there's people there, and you're like, oh shit! As there's the Red Hoods and workers starting to do some stuff, so you just make your way a bit further south towards the forest, close to where that little river is, where you've got a bit of space.
She holds her breath as she does.
I will tell them to not be alarmed as we're walking past as well.
Oh, yeah.
We're just
We
testing
might
some...
do some magic shit.
Is Zaka still following Von?
Zaga, you still following Von?
Yeah, sure.
Roll us. You want to be that close to him, or do you want to like sneak and follow him?
No, I'm going to be obvious.
Okay. Yeah, you can. I mean, you can hear him. He's got so much gold on him. He's just jiggling. In fact, the workers hear him come in and have a second guess as this little kobolds. Ching, 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 ching. Walking down.
Zaka, why are you following so close?
Well, I'm just going for a trip. What are you doing?
I mean, we're just testing some magic out.
Oh, cool. I like magic. Let's go.
Magic like scrying, Saga. Do you like scrying?
Love it. Why do you?
When it's done
No,
properly.
Faywin prefers crying.
That was deep. That hurt my heart.
Nice.
When scrying's done properly, I like it. Saga. Have you picked up the fact that Faywin knows you're a lying little rat bag, or
Is that out of character?
that's okay?
It sounded very in character.
Yeah, it did. No, Zaga's oblivious. He hasn't heard Bonbon tell you, so.
So you just think I'm just being a brat? Fair.
I mean, it's Faywin, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fair. So Faywin holds her breath as she recharges, and
Zaga takes a step back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
she looks around her. She can't see anything different in her area, and she feels about 5 HP better than before because I rolled for the next minute. I get 5 HP at the start of my turn,
Wow.
and I can see invisible creatures as the second one.
Oh my god. You look behind you. There's no one there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She looks around and it just doesn't feel any different, but no fire.
No fire. So yeah, as you release this Feywild magic shard that has energy within it, you can feel the kind of chaotic energy as you are kind of call for it to be just released into the world. Von, you see that the shard kind of like lights up, has this like prismatic rainbow effect, and starts to shake as it and like almost gives almost like a firework that like is a dud. You were like, oh, as you see it go, you're like, it felt like a, and then it just.
That's how we've been ready to like.
Yeah, like just
cut
like
water. Just like the water's ready, like in my palm.
As it goes, like it released the shard goes back to like a slightly more dull in its coloration. It's still colourful and a beautiful shard, but what is not generating the light and power that was before. As Faywin is stood with no effect, and then she feels pretty damn good. No unicorn though.
I know, so close. Zaga and Von standing quite close to each other.
Yes, I can stand right next to one.
Could I get a dex throw from both of them to see if they save from a relieved hug? Because I just throw myself at them in excitement
I thought
because nothing bad has happened.
Yeah, you're going for a double hug.
Yeah,
Even
like an
like
arm
Zaga?
round each.
A scoop.
With like very different heights.
Yeah, I'll be diagonal.
It's gone for a scoop.
Is this a savings roll or a dex roll?
Dex roll, so you're better to dive out of the way. You can fail it if you would like.
I rolled an 8.
I have rolled a 15 plus 3, 18.
Zaga, the height difference was too much for you, and you, Zaga easily slips out your grasp, which means Von gets the full brunt of I didn't burn him with a fireball hug.
Oh, wonderful. I don't think I'll need a field next time. Maybe it was just an off moment. I was quite stressed yesterday, to be fair, but that's good to know. That's good to know. Okay, great. Should we go back and get ready for the forest?
Was that it?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, I just scried on a half orc Zaga, and she was in a hag's house.
I don't think you can do that.
I don't think you can either.
I mean, I can. I did.
Or did you? And I flicked
Although,
my hair.
I
Glad
can't do
that-
it right now because, overnight you know how things work.
I flick my hair. Glad I didn't hug him. And walk back to where we were.
Nice. You make your way back to the Silent Dagger. Otter, you go to find Arta. Arta, are you asleep? Are you awakened? Do you have any plans for the morning? Or are you sleeping as long as you can get away with?
Sleeping as long as I can, and as mentioned, I have barricaded the door because I don't want people to speak to me.
You've also just shockwaved in the air.
But I like to
that
think
was a
that
night.
I haven't really barricaded the door. I've just put some dirty laundry by the door,
Nice.
so it'll just open.
Perfect. You go to find Arta, knock, open the door. You get the morning fart smell, the farter smell.
Yes, it's agitation straight away.
Yeah, as you're prepared, as you wake Arta. As you are opening the door to wake Arta, you hear a knocking at the front door of the Silent Dagger.
Is this me knocking or is it somebody else knocking?
No, you knock on
said
the
at
door,
the
go
front
in,
door.
and as you open the door, as you awake, and Arta kind of turns with you in the door, you hear a knock from the Silent Dagger, the actual front door of the pub.
Go get the door. I don't know who it is, but go get the door.
I go get the door.
As you open the door, roll perception.
I crawl out of bed and close the door and reposition my dirty clothes behind it.
As you open the door, you can see just like tacked to the front is an envoy, like a letter folded with a red seal on it.
I take a look around, looking out the door. Roll a perception check.
Roll perception check. Yep.
That's 13.
13. Not very good. No, you don't see him.
I mean, my passive's 15.
No. As you look out, you can't see any movement. There's a few people moving about. It's not like super early in the morning, but you don't see. No one's clocking eyes at you trying to watch. You don't see anyone hurrying away. Just there's no attack to the door.
I look at the seal. Is there anything specific on the seal?
The seal is. Would you have seen? Oh, you would have seen this seal before. This is the seal of the Red Hoods
I open the letter.
because you've worked with them before. So yeah, as you open up the letter, you can see on there that it is addressed to you all. So it's like residents of the Silent Dagger, and it goes on to explain that that you have been invited as honoured guests of the Red Hoods to the memorial service that will be held in the evening tonight. They'll be setting a pyre up and commemorating the elves leaving and the lives that were lost, and Redvant returning back to controlling state. And you have all invited. And then there's a passage in there that is for Arta, which is the invitation to run the proceedings. As Redvant is not I want to say God-fearing is not the word. It's not a religious town. It doesn't have a cathedral. It doesn't have clerics. But they, as a hero of Redvant and a man of a god, that you are invited if you would like to lead the proceedings for the tieflings and others that were lost in the fight, in the death run.
I'll pass this letter on to Arta after I've asked him my questions.
Yeah.
But,
I held
I got-
this is for you.
there's a letter concerning you, Arta.
As you look, as you
I never
read,
get letters.
as you read this, Otter, and you go through, and you're like, wow, this is like you're being addressed as like honored guests, as people that have like the first time they're really using the terms like heroes, and then this piece of like that is, you would be like, that's quite a big thing. As you look up, as Otto is half dressed, scratching his ass, just woken up, and you're like, this is the guy, cool. Fold the letter.
I'm gonna wear my suit, my purple and gold suit.
You don't know this yet.
I know, but I'm just
Burn
excited
letter?
out the character.
So yeah, I proceed. I show Arta. This conch, you probably see me before. It was something.
No.
I proceed to tell him the story.
Wait, was that the one with the sharks?
Yes, the one with the sharks.
They were useless.
Faywin, no. Faywin gave it to me,
No, they're
Right.
great.
and from the ship, the documents I took from the ship, it appears it's a key to something.
What?
Do you know anything about this this shell, this conch, and any significance it has to the Thorn family or the Sentinels, Thorn Sentinels. Why it's quite significant to them.
It can summon sharks? I don't know. Do I look like a sentinel?
Thank you for confirming my first thoughts of your answer.
Tell him
Can
about
you-
Nero.
Can you let me go sleep now? And I try and shoo him out the room.
It's something that Mira would be interested in. So you
Well, talk to her then. I'm not her. Because if you were talking to her, you would be able to have a sensible
Can I
conversation. Let me go to
inside
sleep.
check him? Inside check.
Yeah, you can touch him.
Oh wait, has Otter noticed that Otter's wearing earrings then?
No, he won't do.
16.
I like to think they're dangly as well.
I don't know what the inside check's going to get you because I don't believe Arta would know anything about this because he doesn't know anything about the Vanguard really.
Know anything about anything?
Doesn't know anything about anything. Yeah, you don't
That's
feel
also
like
true.
he is. I don't think you would feel like he's particularly. He's doing it as an avoidance mechanism necessarily.
It's not an avoidance mechanism because he just woke up. It's because he's clueless.
Yeah,
Just in general.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, and again, it kind of like tracks. So Mira is a sentinel after she left Callan and kind of Wanderers.
Yeah.
So it was
to
her,
be
like,
clear,
life
I knew
after.
that.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, I can't believe you woke me up for that. What is this conch important?
Yes.
How do you know it's important?
It's connected to my patron. It's things I'm looking for. It also means we could all be in danger.
Well, we would be in danger if someone released sharks when we were in the water, so it makes sense. Or do you mean we're in danger because we don't have it?
It's a danger because we do have it.
We have it. I thought you lost it.
I got it back from the ship.
Ah, right. Well, let's get the sharks out and have a party.
Not necessarily sharks, it could be dolphins.
Such a semantic
What about manatees?
No.
Dugongs?
Dolphins, octopus.
Is there a list I can read somewhere of all the cool little things?
The rest of you guys return back.
Octopus, quippies.
Otter and Arta are just listing
Dolphins
out
and reef sharks.
aquatic animals in Otter upstairs, Otter downstairs, having this conversation where they could be stood next to each other, but they're just like shouting it as you guys walk back. They're just shouting aquatic creatures at each other.
Also, you have a job to do today.
Seahorses!
Oh, fine.
You have to do something clericy.
I get. Oh,
Something you actually are getting better at, I must say.
yeah. No, I don't like compliments. Please don't do that again.
You look lovely today.
Now this is just getting weird. I'm not even dressed yet.
We doing compliments? Other, those earrings really bring out the color in your eyes.
Oh, I thank you, Zaga. And they are dangling. I kind of play with them with my fingers, sort of like swing them back and
Oh
forth.
yeah, they're beautiful.
I reckon Otto would proper rock them. To be fair.
Like Pat Butcher.
If anyone could rock a proper if anyone could rock,
No, I imagine they are very Pat Butcher like earrings.
yeah, because they'd be big. They're like
I'm just imagining giant rings now.
no, they're big. They're like teardrops, but big sapphire teardrops.
Like overly big teardrops.
Yeah. Like when you look at them, they don't look big. When you put them on, you realize they're quite big for earrings.
It's a bit like your cape when it billows in the wind. When I shake my head, they sort of like dangle side to side.
They just glisten.
Yeah, but I don't have to move my head to do that, and mine doesn't. It doesn't flap in the wind. It just flaps. Bellow, you were correct. I couldn't remember what the word was.
Anyway, yes. Since I'm downstairs, they've got a letter here from the Redwoods.
I rushed downstairs.
They wanted to do a ceremony.
I did agree
yes.
to do that. I did suggest doing that. Why did I suggest doing that?
They were setting up. They're setting up down by what was the elven camp earlier. Well, just a minute ago, because they were setting up.
Oh, does the ceremony need music?
Quite possibly. I think your brothers are there, though.
Yeah, your brothers
Fuck
can join.
guys!
They are headlining.
Wood, Viper.
You can be like the warm-up
Wolf,
act.
Spike.
Knowing Faywin's like documents, I handed the letter.
Oh, it's a
nice.
lovely embossed piece of paper.
It's nice paper.
The seal,
It doesn't have a kiss on it, though, I'm afraid.
doesn't it?
Can I peel off the wax seal and pop
Yep.
it in my bag so that I keep it?
Yeah, freak. Yep. Yeah, creepy creep. Yep, yeah, and you can see, as stated in there, you're all invited as honoured guests, but there is a piece in there, especially for Arta, for leading the procession as the only cleric in the village.
I read the letter and I rush back upstairs to go get my suit.
I start to
Like-
plug my beard.
I make sure I get some wax out to twirl my tash.
You may all want to bathe before this event.
Yeah.
Hearing
Hey,
that,
when you meditation.
hearing that, I rush downstairs, suit half on, turtleneck out, obviously.
Yeah.
And I kind of gesture to Otter to prestidigitation me. God, it
The
feels
last
like I'm getting
time you
married.
bathed
Just
was
dry
when
shampoo- dry
mental
shampoo.
health.
Arthur, you do realise it's this evening. It's not like happening in 5 minutes. You don't need to rush around.
Is it not this evening? I don't know when I woke up.
In
Someone rudely interrupted my sleep cycle.
It's still the morning.
I
Arthur.
mean, I'm pretty sure you let off a shatter earlier on before I even got there.
That was yesterday afternoon when I went to bed. Oh, it's the morning. Okay, yeah, no, I've probably slept enough. I'm still gonna go put my suit on though. I'm gonna be prepared.
Sure. Nice. Put my suit on, be prepared. I like the idea that you like putting your school uniform on 8 hours before you need to go to school.
I'd like to think I'm the groom and this is my wedding, but
Yeah,
okay.
Okay, that works as well. 8 hours before you get married. Nice. So you have that in the evening, which you've been invited to. It will be a nighttime proceeding, very fire based because it's tiefling based. But for the day, you can plan. If your plan is to head out tomorrow, you can spend the day getting provisions and bits. We won't worry too much about what they cost. You will. Well, I suppose. Do you want to try and acquist carriages or horses, ways of transporting yourself quickly? At least when you're moving in the borderlands, the forest would probably be pretty difficult. But if you're going through, if you're going in the borderlands, then horses will speed up travel. As a
We had this
reminder,
debacle with horses last time, and not
did,
getting our
yeah,
deposit back.
yeah.
It's
But
been a
you
very
are-
long
it's
time
been a very long
since
time.
we spoke to that guy.
Oh yeah, you definitely stole a horse, then pretended to be a horse, and then ran away.
Have we not got giant scorpions and
a
mammoths
horse turned
again?
out. You've got a day until the amulet recharges, so it's whether you want to keep it for now or keep it for later. The amulet will also, because of its abilities, be a great get out of forest jail card. Because
Yeah.
you can just turn into birds and all fly off somewhere else. So
Flying scorpions?
no.
Reef sharks.
So yeah, it's just if you want to get that
Oh,
sort
yes,
of
we can do
stuff, that
that.
would be the stuff to get sorted today. We don't need to RP, but if you wanted to get horses, you'd have to pay for them. You would probably get a better deal because you are now known in Redvant. You are essentially getting discounts pretty much everywhere you go for those sort of things because you are known. But yeah, if you wanted to leave after the ceremony tonight, after the words, and start heading off, then I would recommend you spend the day getting stuff ready so you can leave first thing in the morning and make best use of the day.
thing Zaga wants to do is to go back to the shop where he got the diamond dust last time
Yep.
to get more diamond dust.
Duh.
Hey, Artie, you want to go back to that shop to get more diamond dust?
I haven't used any of my diamonds.
Well, I've used my dust.
No, you might need to use whole person though.
Why would I need the whole person?
I'm not his babysitter. Someone else can do it.
He needs to prepare. He's got a big evening.
I've got a speech to prepare, and I whip out the cue cards and
Do you
start.
wanna- I'll sit with you and practice if you like, Arthur.
Can you help me write them as well?
Yeah, sure. John and I will be an audience, and I summon.
Hey, I can write a speech.
You could. I mean, if you wanna group skill check it up, I'm more than happy for you to add bits in.
No, I want to write the full speech.
It's fine. I'm already planning to lose the cue cards and make it up on the card, just out of character.
Good.
Evan's just trying to
say.
be nice to Arta because she's impressed that he's trying to.
Let me just get the watcher lines that her prepared earlier.
Yeah.
So is anyone coming to the shop?
Sure.
Cool, let's go.
You can be his new babysitter from now on. Thanks, Otter. Maybe you can use your conch to summon sharks to stop him being a rat.
He's such a rat.
Nice. So you can go get some diamond dust. Does anyone else want to do anything? This is your time for preparation. I mean, there's not a huge amount of stores, unfortunately, in Redvant, but you also have the Red Hood stores if there was stuff you wanted to try and get from Al the Chemist or Graka.
Oh, the chemist might be able to make more sending bottles.
Could potentially.
It's just occurred to me. I didn't put my cane in my inventory.
Oh my god.
Rookie mistake.
Is there anywhere to get fish jerky?
Excuse me.
Pardon. you want to do what to a fish? Yeah, I mean down at the port there will be fishmongers and fish dried
Yeah, but are they
fish.
drying the fish out for jerky?
You would be able to get some. Yeah, if they wouldn't do it down by the dock, someone would be doing it. It would be a dried fish would be a decent provision to be taken out on ships, definitely. Just like salted dried fish.
It's been a while.
I'm pretty sure I still got like a shit ton of rations from before that we never used last time we went out.
If you want to get that sort of stuff,
This is kind of a treat.
Yeah, you could definitely go down to the especially now
Zagger
the
will
ships
come
will
with
start
you for that.
moving. You can go to the store after. Yeah, unless you want shenanigans in the stores, I'm happy for you just to buy the gold you want, buy the stuff you want to get prepared.
I want to go to Al the Chemist, but I don't want to RP because he's mean.
I want to head to the stables.
He's not
I'll
mean.
try and get us some
I don't know
horses.
if you wanted to RP the diamond dust because of what happened last time.
If you go, is someone going with you?
Otter.
It's fine. I'd probably help you anyway.
Don't rob from shops. I don't want you to get killed, just before we get close. Let me find the horse information. Okay, nice.
Also, we have a business in this town now.
Yeah.
We've got a reputation to uphold.
You've got full. Exactly what Arthur said.
Why did we open a pub instead of a funeral services company?
Oh my god.
Because that would be fraud. Because
Yeah.
we need people to pay us,
cases
and if
of
we
that.
killed them, they can't pay us.
We can do we can definitely do your family members that we murdered funeral. For sure. I'm just gonna find the freaking horse stuff. Where do we do the horse stuff? Oh my god, I
It was,
opened up.
quite a
the
long
stable
time
was
ago.
outside of Redvant, wasn't it? It was that
Just on
little
the,
area.
it was just on the outskirts.
It was around that same sort of day, so day 9, day 10.
Yeah, I know.
But the last time we were there, everyone was dead.
Yeah,
Oh no, that was the other place,
No,
wasn't
that
it? That was up by the river.
yeah.
The horses
This one-
were
the
possessed,
horses were
weren't they?
possessed. That's one of. Oh yeah, okay.
Good
I found it.
times.
I just want to work out if I did write down. I did write down. Cool. Make that live. Take that off.
Does the
Cool.
horse owner remember that we returned a horse to him that somehow disappeared in the middle of the night?
Yeah, but then also at that same time, the horses got possessed, so you were kind of lucky that more shenanigans happened at the same time. And of course, that was so many days ago. Nice. So you can go and get horses. So the horses were originally there was a 200 gold deposit per horse, and then it was 15 gold per day. But they will give you a discount on that. Ooh. And you still would need to bring the horses back though. But yeah, so the deposit, the deposit as standard would be 100 per horse, and it would be a 10 gold per day for the horse, which would be charged on return of the horse.
Okay.
Let's
I'll
hope what happened
get
last
3
time doesn't
horses
happen
then.
this time.
Yeah.
Jokes
Wait,
on them.
hold
What do you mean?
Is this where we got the horses from last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to rent to us again? Because didn't they die? Or at least
No,
one of them died.
Only one died, and I pretended to be one,
Yeah.
and then
Oh yes, of course, I
And then one
remember.
got possessed, and then that one got killed. So there was a lot of shenanigans going on.
Jokes on them. We'll be dead anyway.
Yeah. Also, like they need money, so you're gonna need to go.
So yeah, I put down 300 gold then for 3 horses.
300 gold for 3 horses.
And I'll say we collect them in the morning.
Yep, sweet.
There's 5 of us. Although Zaga's half size and you can ride with anyone.
Yeah.
And don't forget the.
Oh, actually, yeah. Last time there was 2 half size, wasn't there? So I actually need to get 4 this time, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Don't forget to
R.I.P.
put a cone on one to make it look like a unicorn for Fabian.
So I'll put down an extra 100 to get 4
Get
horses.
4 horses.
Do Otter's conch to its head.
And it really would be a seahorse.
Yeah, would we?
Hey.
Nice. So yeah, you go and get 4 big draft horses, big horses that can carry you, or riding horses. I suppose if you're going to be riding them, you don't need to worry about carts and stuff. Nice. So you sort those out with the guy that's there. He gives you an almost a bit of a look when you walk in, but since last time as well, you now have black hair and are looking a little bit more professional, shall we say, than when you came through the first time with your long golden blonde locks. So you look very different as well to the first time you came in, and you, as you walk in, are known now. So he is a little bit more open to renting you the horses, and obviously knows that as long as he gets the deposit, cool, that's kind of the worth of the horse sorted.
Cool.
Going out to, you're going to get your nice down early in the morning, well, early-ish in the morning, sun's coming up before lunchtime, get yourself some lovely dried fish down at the docks, and then can head over to the Withens Hoard to get your diamond dust. As you walk through the door, I'm assuming Zaga first leading and Otter behind. Otter, you see as the man sees you guys come in, the human behind goes, welcome to the Withens. Oh, no, please, no, I don't want any trouble. I've said this before, but I just want... Zaga trots up. Otter, you can just see that this guy looks incredibly uncomfortable at Zaga's presence.
There won't be any trouble. 300 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
Okay. Can I see the...
Make sure you check the money before he gives you it.
Well,
He has a bit of a reputation.
Well, okay, good. As long as you understand that as well. He had your tiefling acquaintance with him last time who just ensured that was the case as well. We had a slight altercation. So you're going to give me the 300 gold, and I will give you the diamond dust.
Yeah, get ready. Get the diamond dust ready.
No,
I'm going to have to count this out.
Yeah, okay. You start counting it out. This is where it went wrong last time, though, if you remember. As he looks at you, Otto, he said, yes, I gave the dust and he took the gold back. So are you here to ensure
You're lying, sir.
Well, we both know that I'm not lying. So
Can I use one charge on my my new earrings to detect thoughts on Zaga?
Ooh.
What, sorry?
Well, this is going to be an interesting one because I don't think he knew, did he? He counted his money afterwards, but he claimed ignorance.
Yeah. He thinks that this guy is lying. He thinks this guy's a shyster.
I give the guy. I give the tender a sideways look.
And he's like,
I'll be watching both of you carefully.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm happy to accept your gold, and I know that you've helped Redvant and helped.
That's right, we're heroes in this town. Diamond dust.
But I just need to be paid for my wares. I have a business as well. So
Of course I'll pay you. I paid you last time.
He says, he just looks at Zaga and looks at you, Otter, trying to work out whether you are gonna help or hinder. Okay, so he goes and starts preparing.
I start counting out 300 normal gold pieces.
You watch, Otter. This is the first that you will see Zaga go through the meticulous process of picking just the right. Like there are super OCD tendencies in here of him like pouring out all the coins into the shield, and then being like, just this one, no, and this one, scoot in this one, and it's long. Luckily, just as long as it takes to grind down enough of the diamonds into dust. And again, he pulls out the small.
Is it? Does he have the gold in front of him in his hands, like all of it, essentially, like the bad ones and the good ones?
No, I think no. You did try and separate him, right? But no, it's like pouring out a few coins at a time and then picking out the. It'd be the equivalent of like having a coin pot. You pour a few in, you sort and take out the pound coins, then you pour some more in, and you sort out and pour. So it just is a meticulous process.
What I want to do is I'm like, Zaga, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Hurry up! And I reach to try and help him pull the money out.
Okay. You don't want.
Hurry up, Zaga!
Touching your gold, Zaga.
Yeah, as soon as the hand comes towards the shield with the gold in it, it swiftly gets slapped away.
Yeah.
Instinctively. I'm not even looking. I
Yeah.
just sense it.
What are you doing, Zaga?
I'm counting the gold!
Why are you being so slow?
He's still grinding it. Why are you hurrying me?
Do you need help counting?
No, I don't need help. Leave me alone. Leave my gold alone.
I don't want your gold. I just want you to hurry up.
I turn my back to Otter and shield the gold in the shield from him. Now I lost count.
Oh. The clerk behind finishes and bags up.
When he's doing this, do I get a glimpse? Is the gold the different kind of gold? Is it visibly different to me? Do I notice that? Am I able to
roll a perception check. Perception or investigation. As you just like watch what he's doing, don't try and interfere.
I got perception because it's a +5. That'd be 21.
21. You can see that the gold coins are like there's no like standard minting system, so they're all about the same size and weight, but they are all minted completely differently. They've got different signs on. So you're trying to work out like what is he picking out in here. The ones that he is definitely leaving to one side are very ornately pressed. They are like the most pristine coins you've ever seen. And with a 21, they have like they are all pristine in shine, in color, almost look like they've been polished in some way. They're so shiny. But you aren't close enough to inspect one fully. But you can see once you realise what he's leaving. But it's like he's leaving the new £2 coins. They're all being pulled to one side. But these ones you've never seen coins that glimmer just like this. They almost have a magical sheen to them with how they go through. But they're clearly the ones that are being pushed aside, and he's pulling the shit ones out.
Where did you get those ones? They look new. They look different slightly.
Stop looking at my gold.
I mean, are you collecting them? Are they collectible? Is that why you're not?
It's mine.
I know it's yours. I'm just asking you, is it collectible? Is that why you're not wanting to use them?
Now I've lost count again. God damn it.
You're being very weird, Zaga. Even for you.
Zaga goes back to counting.
And then
at this point, I just shake my head and I was like,
yeah. As you're doing this, you can see the clerk has like done it. He's weighed it up. He's left it on, so you can see that like the conversion rate is there. There is 300 gold's worth. As he kind of leans forward to you and just whispers like, "This is what I was talking about." As you were both just watching Zaga like a little gremlin, like a little fucking golem counting out his gold.
Yes, I've not seen this from him before. This is very strange.
Well, if you could hurry him along,
I've been trying, believe me.
as you wait for Zaga to count out the gold. As you
it's counted and he puts it on the counter.
Mm-hmm. As he
put it on.
Yeah, as you put it on the counter and stack it, the guy is very quick with like he is watching exactly what's going on as he like offers you the bag of dust and pulls it all over, and then goes through his process of much more quickly counting and put it in, and there is 300 gold there. As he kind of drops it into the drop safe that they'll have always under these counters. As he passes you the diamond, Dustin goes, "Okay, perfect, lovely, thank you. That was much nicer transaction. Thank you for shopping at the Wyvern.
See, I told you I'd pay you. What are you complaining about?"
I'm not complaining at all. Always glad to have your business. Good to see you.
Yeah, I'll be back if I need more.
Oh, okay.
I slip him 5 gold.
He goes, "Thank you."
It's good. It's because now I've seen Dagger in action. It's like,
As he takes the gold, and as he looks up, he says, "Oh, I have to say they are wonderful earrings."
oh, well, thank you. They're brand new.
They suit.
And I shake my head. So I'm going.
I mean, it's Wildstone. Do you know somebody called Frank?
Frank?
Incredible.
No.
Pretend it.
I don't know why I thought of that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I heard telltale of some accident with a Frank.
No. Don't make me make you roll death saves. I'll do it. I had the guys on Tuesday roll death saves because they kept talking about being the future king of the Commonwealth, which doesn't exist. And I said, you mention it one more time, it's a death save. You get struck down by God.
I feel like Frank Butcher is better than King.
He'll appear at some point. That's half.
Okay, Anna, let's go. It's done. That wasn't long at
last.
all.
Whatever you say, Zaga.
Whatever you say. Nice. So yeah, you get your fishy salted fish treats and head off. You've got horses sorted for tomorrow. Provisions, well, I mean, you've got enough gold. I don't really care so much about those now. As you are planning out a course ready to set off in
Sorry,
the morrow.
Could I have been to Al the chemist? We can do it off
Yes.
stream.
Sorry.
I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Oh, you didn't want to talk to him, did you?
Oh, yeah, you
Me.
don't talk to him.
Yeah, I don't mind not RPing it.
Why
Just
would you not want to talk to me?
because he's so mean.
He's
It's
creepy, not me.
yeah, he's not mean.
He's mean.
He's just
I
creepy.
remember I tried to make a joke with him and just zero.
I don't see how your bad joke is his problem, but okay.
Can we please RP this
Sounds like a
interaction
skill
now in
issue.
full?
Ah, good day, Faywin.
Protracted negotiation as well.
Oh my god, he remembers my name. Eyes light up.
I wrote it down. I consider us acquaintances. Fine, he takes the mask off.
One step
Don't.
closer to
It's me,
friendship.
Greca. He doesn't say any of that, of course.
Yeah, of
when you
course.
walk in, he just is like, hello. Do you know what you're looking for?
Yeah. So if he's got anything like the sending bottles, fire arrows, any fairy fire arrows,
Mm-hmm.
and any healing potions or that sort of thing.
Yes, he will have all of those. How many do you want? It's 50 gold. It'll be the wee discount. So it's 50 gold standard. So how many arrows do you want?
I'll just take 3 of the fairy fire and 3 fire,
Okay,
please.
hang on. Yep. Oh,
Wow.
because my Excel spreadsheet stopped working.
Oh, right,
Yep.
okay. And then I'll take. How much is the healing potion? 50 for the basic.
Basic, yeah, but you guys are getting a little bit.
We're a bit too meaty for the.
You might
basic.
be a little bit meaty for one. You might want to consider. I mean, you can get one, but you might want to consider something a little.
What are the jazzier ones? How much are they?
Yeah, I should have thought about the answer to that question before I suggested. I think they are.
And are they more sparkly? Is the question.
They're definitely. They've got a little bit more glitter in them, just to make them look more sparkly. I definitely have them. I think they go 50. So next stage up will be 200.
Okay, one of them.
Yep.
That'll be for me. And then the sending bottles. How many does he have?
I don't think he'd have sending bottles, you know.
You said he's got everything.
Yeah, but sometimes I lie.
Zaga's got one that you can have for 200 gold.
You can piss right off.
You can piss right off. Sending.
In
Give
Elvish.
me. Right, I'm going to roll a d20. Cool odds or
Mhm.
evens. Oh, I could lie about this, couldn't I?
Evens.
It was odds. He doesn't have any sending potions.
No, I meant odds.
It was 15 as well.
That's a 3.
I haven't rolled I've rolled this dice multiple times today, and it's not been below a 10, and it's not been for combat. It's annoying. Sorry, luck of the dice. No, it doesn't have sending potions are. Yeah, they're not usual. So you've got
He's not usual.
one, whatever the next one up is. I think it's greater on the healing potions.
Yeah, 200.
And 6
maybe you can
arrows.
ask him to see if he could make some while we're in the forest for our first visit.
Well, I was
Yeah.
going to ask him what the ingredients were for that stuff, because when I asked Bo, he just basically called me stupid. So Would Al the chemist be able to make them even if he doesn't have them?
He could, if you were going to guarantee to buy like so many, he would go and procure what's required.
Okay. How much would he want for one?
Who's got a sending potion in their bag?
I do.
Can you tell me what the rarity is? Plaz.
Say it's
Yeah, it
common.
is
lie.
purple.
It's what?
Very rare.
Very rare. Oof. They are 2,000 gold to sell.
One.
Yeah. So the materials are going to cost him 1,000 per one.
Fuck me.
So if
Andriel is
you
gone.
have like spells that do this. Can you just get some
Yeah.
sorts of- I know. I
And
know
we
you've got
can
to work with
trust
Zaga, but
the people that can cast those spells.
If Zaga knew, by the way, that this was worth 2,000 gold.
Thank God he
it's
doesn't
worth
know.
2,000 gold to buy.
Yeah. No, I'm not
You're
gonna.
never
I'm
going
not
to
gonna
get 2,000
get on
gold to
them.
sell it. That's not how
Yeah,
it's
but
sold.
like,
It's still really
if
decent.
somebody asked him to do sending, that's
Yeah, true.
you could say 10%, 200 gold.
Yeah, true.
Well, I have sending, but just not. Oh, I have message. Anyway, doesn't matter.
So 6 arrows, one
yeah.
healing potion, and then
Yeah.
if you wanted him to, if you were going to guarantee to buy like 4 or 5 of something, he would go and procure for you. But if you're like, I want one of these things, it's like, I'm not going to
Yeah, no. It was more just to see the price of sending. I'm not going to bother with that. It's too
Yeah,
expensive.
no. Very rare potions, 2,000 gold to buy.
Um,
You get a bit of a
do I
discount,
want
but you wouldn't get
else?
not enough to make it worthwhile.
no. I'm trying to think of what else I bought from him before that was useful. That's it for now. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but if I am, maybe we could just record what it was and I'll pay for it.
I think
Okay.
you bought like acid vials and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did,
you've done
but
this before. For, yeah,
I think
put them in.
I learned how to make the
You can
arrows
make
because
the
I
arrows with
snapped
them.
one of each,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't have any of the ingredients, so it's probably better just.
Yeah,
to
so
work
just remember, if you come across, and this is one for you to pick up and maybe ask the question to prompt, because I'll forget, but if you come across enemies that have, especially if you're coming across beasts or plants that are poisonous or have acidic, you can collect the vial and then you can craft the arrow with the vial you've collected. So you will roll to see how many vials you collect, but yeah, having the vials is what will be useful on the road for just combining with your endless amount of arrows that you have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because at one point Von had like 40 vials or something, so just gave
Yeah.
me some so that I could
I
collect.
do still have like 40
Yeah,
vials.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you get out
Yeah.
again collecting, that's when you'll be finding better use is collecting to remake. Okay, cool. So yeah, it would be 500 gold, but you are obviously bestest buds, so he'll ask for 450. A 50 gold discount.
Cool.
He boxes, puts them up, whatever, hands these over to you. He says, for returning customers, loyal like yourself, and gives you a small little bag. Like, tiny little baggie. Would almost be like a drugs baggie in this world.
Thank you.
Like,
Al.
imagine a bag big
I-
enough to hold a single dice. That's how big this bag is.
Okay. I'd like to thank him. Thank you, Al. You are certainly the only alchemist that I will be buying from for a while. So, pleasure doing business with you.
He just
I
stands
look in
ominously. Doesn't reply.
I know, but I'm still gonna try.
Yeah.
What's in the bag, please?
Dust.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Is it a white powder?
It
Is it like gunpowder dusty vibe?
No, it is. Come on. Oh no. It is. No, it is. Not. It has. It almost looks like a crushed gem in the dust. Like it's very colourful inside and incredibly light. As you kind of like dip your finger in to get the consistency, doesn't feel dense enough to be like a powdered diamond. Feels like it's something that's much lighter in the material. So you can't really put your finger on exactly what it is. But as you kind of pick it out and a little bit of it catches the light, it refracts and reflects light like immensely. But yeah, just looking at you can't work out what it is. You'd have to spend
What?
time identifying it.
Could I ask him what it is? What is this as
And he
a
would
as a
just say-
returning customer?
A gift for a returning loyal customer.
What kind of gift? I can't quite work out what it is, Al.
He turns around and starts working.
Okay, whilst the others are buying fish and fighting diamond dust, I guess I'll try and work out what this is.
Nice. So yeah, you make your way back to, you all work your way back throughout the day, spending time, and yeah, if there's stuff you missed, we can retcon to do it as you prepare yourselves for leaving behind anything you want to leave behind in the Silent Dagger. You know that there's going to be some work going on there, so we can discuss off stream what that is. Arthur thinking about his preparations for the evening as you are going to, you are invited to this evening ceremony, not necessarily like a burial, more like a memorial service for.
I'm hoping
Redvant
there's a procession.
Yeah, if you want, do it.
And like a float.
That
pulled
gets
along.
burned. Yeah, that would make sense. I think they would probably bring a float of some sort and then burn it. I think there is definitely this. There is the feeling. What's the word I'm looking for? Like the overall goal of this memorial service is about the burning away of the rot and the moving into like the rebirth, the phoenix from the flames of Redvant as surviving this area and coming out. So they probably would burn something, some kind of effigy. Probably wouldn't be like a giant elf, which is what immediately sprung to mind, but it'd be something akin to the elven forces. So yeah, we can pick that up as the first thing as you guys get prepared for that. Faywin, you spend some time waiting for everybody else as they're moving around doing their different things, sorting out their different powders, spending time with this material to work out what it is. As you try a little bit of it, you feel yourself become very light and almost start to hover off your bed as you sit before you release yourself back down again, as you have one use of pixie dust.
Oh, what an absolute babe.
So that could mess up lots of things. Nice. So we'll search for it because I'm not sure if it's on there. I might need to add it because I think it's from a book that I haven't bought on D&D Beyond. But yeah, we can get it added. So yeah, have a think about anything else you might want for provisions, things you might want to gather before. We can retcon that you had that. But yes, we will be back next time to do the procession, the memorial, sleep, and then hit the road, Jack, back into the Borderlands. Lovely stuff. No dice. Nice, peaceful, no fighting episode. I like it. See you next week. Ta-ta. Farewell.
That's
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the advert button.